Jay Crawford, live from WKYC Studios. This is 3 News at 4.
Good Monday. We're so grateful to have your company here as always on this Monday afternoon. I'm Christy Paul. We want to begin with this weather impact alert because you've seen it. The wintry weather has been abundant, particularly in the east part of town, I should say. You're looking at a live shot of downtown Cleveland right now from our Roker cam, and you can see those dark clouds that are moving on in, it looks like, or kind of moving in off the lake there. I also want to give you a live look here as the flakes do fly. You can see that in Chardon Square. It is a beautiful sight there in Geauga County. For some people, it might just be a little too soon, but Chardon Square right in the heart of the snow belt where you can see, again, that snow coming down. It's not sticking to the roads, as you can see, or the sidewalks. They're probably still too warm at the surface there, but the grassy areas, they are getting it. Jessica Van Meter is here right now. She's tracking the lake effect snow for us. So talk to us about where it's going and how bad it is.
Yeah, we still have a lot of that lake effect. And the other thing to consider is that we are going to very quickly here get out of our daylight hours. That daylight has really been helping us, especially in terms of the roadways and keeping a lot of this from sticking. As we get past sunset and temperatures drop below freezing, it's going to be a little more fair game for some of this to actually stick and accumulate for some areas. Lake effect machine is still very much turned on, as it has been for much of the day. So we still have these showers streaming in off of Lake Erie, and they're going to continue to be with us as we go through the evening. We'll see a little bit of adjustments and back and forth as to exactly where they're located. But within some of these showers, we could definitely have some pockets of heavier snow that could impact the evening commute, certainly any driving and any evening plans. Mostly just some light to moderate showers out west of Cleveland through portions of Erie, Huron, and especially through Lorain County. The heaviest stuff is really near and east of Cleveland right now. Within some of these pockets of snow, we do have some pretty heavy snowfall rates where it is really coming down, and that could mean some low visibility as you go through these bands, and it could also mean some very quick accumulations that could impact the roadways. So that's going to be the main concern for that evening commute. As I mentioned, east side of Cleveland and out towards eastern Cuyahoga County, so we have some of that heaviest snow right now out through, say, Cleveland Heights, University Heights, heading out towards 271. Portions of 90 have had some heavy snow on and off through much of the afternoon. We have some of that heavy snow across portions of Lake County and pushing into Geauga County right now. And as we mentioned, where we have those heavier snow rates, that can change conditions very quickly. This is a look at 90 and 44 there in Lake County. They've had some back and forth with these different bands through the day. The thing to note right now is if we look at the main highway under here, the roads are still good. On the bridge and the overpass is where we do start to see some of that snow kind of sticking and accumulating on the roadways. We see some tire marks through there. So we're going to start to see some more of that as we lose the daylight, and more potential for some of that snow to stick, especially where we have those heavier downbursts of snow. So we are going to keep that weather impact alert through tonight and through about first part of Tuesday. Lake effect bands will continue. Changeable conditions, some additional accumulations for a few areas will be likely. We'll talk about when we see the end of the snow and some nicer conditions for the rest of the week coming up, Christy.
All right. Thank you so much for the update. Appreciate it, Jessica. And let's talk about the roads that she was mentioning here in Northeast Ohio. Live look for you here at I-90 near Willoughby. The first snow of the season is giving road crews a chance to kind of put their winter plans to the test here. So far, things are running smoothly. We're happy to tell you that. Natalie Clydesdale is live now. But Natalie, show us how ODOT and the city of Cleveland and first responders are getting ready for not just this weather event, but we know what's next.
That's right, Christy. Well, ODOT has had hundreds of crews out today, and they say it's paying off. Now, as Cleveland leaders look ahead to the rest of the winter, they're urging everyone to stay ready too.
And I would say all things considered, it went really well.
Amanda McFarland, a spokeswoman for the Ohio Department of Transportation, says fortunately the first snowfall of the season hasn't caused any major problems so far. The agency had 200 trucks working overnight.
There were no interstates that were shut down for extended periods of time, lane closures here and there, but nothing that completely snarled or gridlocked anything. There were definitely some crashes here and there, which I hate to say it, but it's kind of expected for the first snowstorm.
On Monday, City of Cleveland leaders explained how they've been gearing up for this winter. Public Works is fully prepared with 138 drivers, 60 plows, and 22,000 tons of salt.
One thing I know about weather in Cleveland is I don't know the weather. So we always try to prepare for things that are happening this week.
City leaders also shared important safety reminders. The Division of Fire says there's been 14 fatal fires this year, on pace for the deadliest year since 2006.
We're going to see a lot of fires this year due to heating and cooking.
Lieutenant Mike Norman says you should make sure your smoke alarms are working and only plug a space heater directly into a wall.
You don't want to plug a space heater into an extension cord. That's not a safe situation.
And don't leave your car unattended while heating up.
Leaving your car running can pose some risk from someone, attempting to steal your car.
Meanwhile, Hopkins Airport expects its seasonal team will be fully staffed by early next month. Travelers are encouraged to plan ahead.
Weather can always be a wild card for travelers. It's important to remember that even if it's sunny and dry here in Cleveland, the origin city, which an aircraft might be coming from, could be dealing with inclement weather.
Well, ODOT will continue to have 200 plows out throughout the evening, and Cleveland will use its snowplow tracker again this year. You can find that on Cleveland Open Data. Now tonight at 5:30, we'll have more from Cleveland city leaders.
All right, good to know. Thank you so much, Natalie. Okay, take a look at what's happening at Progressive Field. Seems the Cleveland Guardians are going to be looking to take these signs down because, of course, pitchers Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz are accused of rigging pitches. And as you probably know by now, they are indicted in a sports betting scandal. Nick Camino is here now with what we're learning this afternoon as well. Did I read right? They could get 65 years for this?
that is part of the indictment there, Christy. This has really been sobering for baseball fans and Guardians fans the last couple of days. We knew this was going to be coming to a head eventually, but yesterday, when you got to look at the 23-page federal indictment with the details surrounding this gambling investigation with both Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase, it's very disconcerting. It hurts seeing all of these potential details and what they have found. So Ortiz was scheduled to appear in a Boston courthouse today at 3 o'clock to face these charges. Those charges include fraud, bribery, conspiracy stemming from an alleged scheme to rig individual pitches that led to gamblers making hundreds of thousands of dollars. According to the indictment, Ortiz was brought into this betting scheme by Clase. Now, Clase still is not in custody that we know of. His attorney did say in a statement that he will fight these charges, that he's innocent of these charges. The details surrounding Clase are super disconcerting. You think about texting gamblers during and immediately after games. It appears Clase was the ringleader with this and roped Ortiz into it. According to the indictment, Ortiz and Clase, they were paid between $5,000 and $7,000 each time they helped these guys win a bet. For more on all of this, we bring in Zach Meisel from The Athletic, covers the Guardians throughout the baseball season, at spring training, all the time. He joins us on Sunday nights a lot too here on WKYC. And Zach, you think about this, you think about those numbers I just mentioned, $5,000, $7,000. Just to put into perspective, a guy like Emmanuel Clase had signed a $20 million contract. You think about throwing it away for this. It's just unbelievable when you really think about it all.
It is, Nick. And if you think about the fact, Clase's contract could have ultimately paid him $38 million. And these are two pitchers in the primes of their careers, 26, 27 years old. So you just wonder how many tens of millions of dollars they potentially threw away for whatever this was. And it's certainly not as beneficial as the money they could have made playing baseball, something they were really good at.
Okay, so you and I, we knew this was coming to a head, right? We knew that these details would emerge. But yesterday, you get the 23-page federal indictment. What stuck out to you the most? What's the most damning thing? What's the most disconcerting part of it all?
Yeah, I think the brazenness of it, the fact that this was going on dating back to May of 2023 with Clase. Ortiz didn't join until mid-June, supposedly, this season. Yep. And after two instances implicating Ortiz, they finally caught wind of this, right? So how did this go not caught for almost 2 years? Why did it finally pop up to these integrity firms that monitor this unusual betting activity? It's interesting with Clase. It started in 2023. That was a good season for him, not a great season by his standards. There's no evidence in the indictment of Clase doing anything wrong in 2024, which is the season where it was one of the best relief seasons we've seen in years. Mm-hmm. Finished third in the Cy Young voting. And then in 2025, a bunch of instances included in the indictment, and it was a rocky season for him until he was ultimately sidelined by this investigation. So it leaves you with a lot of questions. You want to know the motivation behind it, why these guys decided to get involved in this. And a lot of these questions we may never know the answers to, Nick.
You have great professional relationships with a lot of the players that are on the current roster, with the manager, Stephen Vogt. What have these guys, what's the vibe that you get? What's the feeling from these guys besides being, hurt by it all?
Yeah, I mean, you want to presume innocence until these guys have their day in court. But it's tough in the middle of a season especially, and this was a season full of turmoil for this team that went through a 10-game losing streak that sputtered and fell 15 and a half games behind in the division. They were dealing with enough that I think they got pretty fed up by the outside distractions. It's no coincidence that a couple days after Clase gets wrapped up in this, Ortiz was wrapped up in it a few weeks earlier, they cleared out those guys' lockers. They moved forward, and lo and behold, they started playing better, and they charged back and won the division. So I think it reached a point where, trust is so important for any sports team. You have pitchers who, innocent, guilty, whatever it is, if you jeopardize that trust a little bit and you have a pitcher on the mound and that pitcher makes a pitch that maybe looks a little curious, you're always going to be thinking, right? And then they frayed that trust, and it's really hard to ever get that back.
We read the indictment. You've talked to people. We're starting to learn some of these details now. But, as I begin to look at it, these guys, when throughout the course of a season, they spend more time with these players on the roster than their own families. It's just the grind of a baseball season. Did somebody have to know something? I mean, the fact that it was just two guys, lone wolves out there doing their thing, I wonder if there's more to all this, Zach.
That's one question. I think Clase had reached a stage in his career where he had proven time and again that he was going to get the job done. And he was such an accomplished closer, led the league in saves 3 straight years. Again, finished 3rd in the Cy Young voting, which is so rare for a reliever. And had become the preeminent closer in baseball. So I think you put up with more of the headaches. You put up with more of the stuff behind the scenes that might irk you if it's a rookie or if it's someone who's not accomplished. But he was so accomplished, and despite anything he might have done off the field, he was still getting the job done. Even these outings, the vast majority where he supposedly was predetermining pitches, he got the save or he didn't give up a run. And so, I think that makes you look the other way on certain things. And with Ortiz, I just think they didn't know him that well. Yeah. He wasn't on the team very long. And so it makes you shake your head, and it makes you question everything behind it and why this happened.
You talked about trust. It's just been a whirlwind with all of this, and not in a good way. Zach Meisel from The Athletic, nice enough to join us here in studio. Christy Paul, going to send this back to you, and I don't think this is the end of all this. I think we're going to hear much more when it comes to all of this, when it comes to the gambling investigation, more on the indictments, and what's happening in these courthouses, too.
Yeah, there's still so much to go through, especially, primarily in that legal aspect of it. Nick, great interview. Thank you both so much for kind of schooling us on what's happening here and the behind the scenes of it all. All right, let's talk about breaking some records. We're not talking about sports. We're talking about holiday shopping. Are you ready? We'll tell you how much shoppers are expected to shell out even with all these rising prices. But first, they started small, and now their business is ready to rise. You're going to get that in a minute. We'll introduce you to the Cleveland couple quietly sweetening the city one batch at a time. That's after the break. Stay close.
Are you prepared? Scan the code on your screen now and never be in the dark again with the Rescue Volt 7-in-1 power station.
It can charge my phone, right?
The Rescue Volt is a USB power bank, plus a flashlight, AM/FM, and weather-band emergency radio.
That's great and all, but I just wanted to make sure it will charge my phone.
It powers up 3 ways with built-in USB, solar panel, even a hand crank.
So you mean our phones will always be charged so we can still doom scroll in a power outage?
The Rescue Volt 7-in-1 power station is travel-sized and ready for any emergency. And yes, it charges your phone too.
Okay, great, because I got to post to my socials.
This is a limited time TV offer and makes a great gift. Scan the code on your screen and get your Rescue Volt 7-in-1 power station today.
The Eye on Cleveland is sponsored by Window World, improving homes and changing lives.
Well, for 15 years, a small Cleveland bakery has quietly made some of the city's sweetest treats. In fact, you've probably tasted their pastries and you don't even realize it. In today's Mission Possible, Candace Hare introduces us to this husband and wife team behind Camelot Bakery and their recipe for success.
Driving by this former cafe on Cleveland's west side, you'd never guess what's baking inside.
One of my friends referred to it as like ninja baking. We fly completely under the radar, but we're able to supply so many different accounts and so many different beautiful places in Cleveland.
Camelot Bakery is a small wholesale bakery with big name clients.
Between hotels, coffee shops, a hospital, the metro parks, I'm sure hopefully you've had at least one of our things.
Pastry chef Rebecca Starr was studying accounting when she decided to change careers. Her husband Joe jumped in to help with the dream. They started baking in restaurant kitchens at night. Their first client, the DoubleTree Hotel on Lakeside Avenue. The name Camelot is a nod to the 60s.
I loved the whole era of JFK and the age of Camelot. I love, mid-century modern, and that was just a play with the name.
As the business grew, the couple moved into the former cafe a decade ago.
When we moved in here, we thought this was all the space in the world. And as you can see, we're at capacity. So again, it's time for the next evolution.
10 employees share the space, but not all at once. It's that tight. Now the Stars are building a new 10,000 square foot facility right next door.
The idea is that I only want to do this once. So we're going to build a facility that's going to take us into the future.
Limited space has meant turning away business. The new bakery offers new possibilities.
As we increase production, that automatically includes more jobs.
For Joe and Rebecca, Cleveland is where Camelot belongs.
I wouldn't want to be doing anything else or be in any other city.
Although this is more of an industrial area, you do feel fortunate to build a sense of community.
Candace Hare, 3 News.
Candace, thank you. All right. Let's talk about what's going on out there. Bets, I was driving home from Tiffin last night and we could barely see anything for a time.
Yeah, it's all dependent on location, which is part and parcel with lake effect snow in northeast Ohio. And really, we have a whole lot that's going to be happening over the next couple of hours. As nighttime cooling sets in, that's going to change the game. We're also watching what's happening with the wind and the snow that is coming off of Lake Huron. We have primary and secondary snowbelt snow right now. It's a wide berth of snow all the way from Ashtabula clear back to Sandusky at this point. These are streaming in from northwest to southeast. We can see some very roughly defined bands, but more likely than not, you're just going to be dealing with scattered squalls. Heads up that the I-90 corridor in Lake County, that speed restriction is in place, so there is some slow going. We've seen very changeable conditions along I-90 as all these little cells of heavy snow are coming and going across the area. We've also seen some slowdowns on 480 near the 271 interchange. This is not likely to get a whole lot better. We have been seeing quite a bit of snow in this area over the last half hour or so. It's snowing right now. And when we get the intense snow, we do get snow on the roadways. So that is something to know. The good news is the roadways are warm. It does melt off. The traffic is helping out at this point. But sometimes that snow comes down and it's a quick accumulation that just can't be undermined. And downtown Cleveland right now, we have one of those heavier snow showers that is just coming in. We have slowdowns around Dead Man's Curve and through the Innerbelt. This is on 90 at State Route 2. This is looking to the east, and you can see that the folks coming into town here in these lanes are not doing too bad at this point, but we are anticipating seeing these changeable conditions continue. And we have a western band that is set up right now too in western portions of Lake County from around Vermilion down through South Amherst into LaGrange and stretching even into Medina County in the Litchfield area. It's all about the snow showers, and those snow showers are going to continue tonight into the early part of the day tomorrow. So this is your big old heads up that our weather impact alert continues because of these changeable conditions. Now, of course, the big question is, how long is all this going to last? That's where Jessica Van Meter comes in with the forecast.
Yeah, thanks, Betsy. We are going to continue to see that weather impact alert all the way through at least the first part of your Tuesday with that lake effect snow on and off. So that lake effect is going to continue. Plan on needing extra drive time for the rest of today, tonight, even into that morning commute for many of us. It's going to be staying very cold, blustery. Our temperatures are dropping below freezing and will continue to cool off through the overnight. And as we lose the daylight too, that's better conditions for some of that snow to be able to stick. Low visibility is also going to be possible as that snow falls. So accumulation is going to be possible for some, not everyone. Best chance to see some accumulation is where we still have those winter weather advisories in place for areas of the primary and secondary snow belts. Temperatures, as I mentioned, are starting to drop below the freezing mark, and those will continue to drop. That means some more of the snow is going to be a little more efficient in what it's trying to do. So that lake effect is coming in off of Lake Erie very efficiently. We've got some heavier bands, as Betsy was mentioning, one of those down through Lorain County, pushing into Medina County, another one coming inland off towards the Cleveland area, pushing out towards eastern portions of Cuyahoga County. That's causing some issues near 480 and 271. We can see a little bit of that snow really sticking, especially for the grassy areas. We could have that impacting some of the road surfaces more, especially as we get past sunset. Some additional heavy snow for portions of Portage County. 44 has been a messy drive so far today. Portions of 90 as well through Lake County, and even heading out towards Ashtabula County. We've got some of those pockets of heavier snow. So changeable conditions going to be the name of the game. We're going to watch this band trying to come in off of Lake Huron, see if that can provide some additional snow, especially for eastern areas with that National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. We'll keep that chance for snow around through the evening and overnight. Again, plan on extra drive time all the way through that morning commute. As those temperatures get below freezing, that could mean some slick conditions for tomorrow morning. As we get to the second part of the day, though, things do start to improve. We're still a little cold and blustery with temperatures in the 30s, but we do improve from there as we go through the rest of the week ahead with that Union Home Mortgage forecast. Temperatures improve very quickly. We're a little drier for Wednesday and beyond. Temperatures even rebounding into the low 60s as we get towards Sunday.
If all that bumping, teasing, and bleaching has left you with some country fried hair, well, come get yourself some fixins at Pantene. We have everything you need to get your hair healthy again. Pantene, fixins for country fried hair.
Are you tired of shopping bags tipping over in your car? You need the Auto Anchor. Perfect for commuters, parents, or anyone on the go. The Auto Anchor installs in seconds on the post of the headrest and even works as a phone holder for hands-free viewing in the back seat. Scan the code on your screen to order right now. And with this special TV offer, if you buy one, you will get 3 for free. That's right, a full set for your car. The Auto Anchor is strong and durable and fits most vehicles. Scan the code on your screen and get your Auto Anchor today.
The large fire and a possible explosion. You can see flames coming out of the top.
Stay away from floodwater.
Hundreds of thousands are still without power.
You can see there is a large police presence on Superior.
This tree uprooted.
Metro Parks Police, they are still here. They are still working.
Stream extended coverage on WKYC+.
Wish you could yell at mosquitoes to stay off your skin? Now you can with Skeeto Band. This tech marvel harnesses sound waves to create an invisible shield. No nasty chemicals or odor. It works up to 130 hours on a single fast charge. Get a cool-looking Skeeto Band for every member of your family. It's the healthy way to yell, "Stay away, mosquitoes."
The WKYC Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. WKYC Plus, complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
Introducing the Avocado Smooth Slicer. Simply cut a ripe avocado in half, then use the Avocado Smooth Slicer to pop out the pit and glide through. Cutting perfect avocado slices is oh so satisfying. Holy guacamole, you're the toast of the town. With its two-step design, just pop, glide, and say avocado. Made of stainless steel and easy to clean. Scan the code on your screen now, and with this special TV offer, order the avocado cutting tool that will guac your world. Get your Avocado Smooth Slicer today.
Okay, don't hurt me. I'm just telling you this. We're just 45 days away from Christmas now. I know. How did that happen? So are you ready to shop? Because if you answered yes, you'll have some company out there. And this is why. The National Retail Federation projects shoppers will spend a record amount of money this season. This is despite being very price conscious and buying cheaper brands now. Their projection, consumers plan to spend an average of $890 on gifts, food, and decor. Well, ahead at 4:30, a weather impact alert as we are talking about today. You're looking at a live picture here at 271 near Macedonia. Jessica Van Meter has been watching all of this. She's back with us with more of the forecast on the other side of the break.
Where is the TV remote? How many times have you heard that? Well, scan the code on your screen now, because the searching is over. The Remote Tote is a multi-pocket armrest organizer. It can hold all your remotes, snacks, phones, glasses, books, whatever you want. All your couch needs right at hand. It folds up, so it's easy to store and easy to clean. Stop searching and start watching with the Remote Tote. Scan the code on your screen now to take advantage of this special TV offer. Get your Remote Tote today.
The large fire and a possible explosion. You can see flames coming out of the top.
Stay away from floodwater.
Hundreds of thousands are still without power.
You can see there is a large police presence on Superior.
This tree uprooted.
Metro Parks Police, they are still here. They are still working.
Stream extended coverage on WKYC Plus.
Titanium. Stronger than steel. Lighter than aluminum. Trusted in aerospace, medicine, advanced engineering, and now, redefining the way we prepare food at home. The Titanium Edge is prized for its strength, purity, and resilience. Resists corrosion, never absorbs odors, and remains flawlessly food safe without ever breaking down into harmful microplastics. A breakthrough 3-piece cutting board set, double-sided, ultra-lightweight, and built to last. With a sleek, metallic finish, it transforms your kitchen. Titanium Edge, now available through this exclusive television offer. Scan the code to order now.
The WKYC Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. WKYC Plus, complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
Wish you could yell at mosquitoes to stay off your skin? Now you can with Mosquito Band. This tech marvel harnesses sound waves to create an invisible shield. No nasty chemicals or odor. It works up to 130 hours on a single fast charge. Get a cool-looking Mosquito Band for every member of your family. It's the healthy way to yell, "Stay away, mosquitoes."
Live from WKYC Studios, this is 3 News at 4.
Oh, so grateful to have your company as always here on 3 News at 4. 4:30 is the time at the moment, and weather is making this one busy Monday. Lake effect snow event is hitting right now in parts of Northeast Ohio, all close to us here. I want to take a live look outside as we are driving there at I-90 near Menor. So it doesn't look like a lot's coming down, but you can see a lot has come down, and there are some bands out there, as we saw from both Betsy and Jessica Van Meter, that are coming our way. So we'll keep our eye on that. But we also want to show you look what's happening downtown. Yes, that is all snowfall that you're seeing. That's why it looks so blurred and foggy there. So we're going to continue to follow this for you, and we'll bring you the very latest, of course, because these are the things that really affect us, right? No doubt about it. I do want to pivot here to you about this tragic loss in Canton. We're talking about a longtime police officer that has died after a crash on his way to work just this morning. Officer Dave Wolgamat served the department for nearly 2 decades. Danielle Wiggins is in Canton with what's happening this morning and what's happening now for an officer who is remembered for his legacy of service.
A tragic day in Canton as police officer Dave Wolgamat loses his life while driving to work. According to Canton PD, Wolgamat was traveling on this stretch of Cherry Avenue Southeast just before 7 this morning when the crash occurred.
This is one continuous disaster from Cherry to Raft.
Police would not release additional details about what happened, but radio traffic from around the time of the crash indicates there were numerous accidents in the area and roads were icy.
So if something just happened here, right behind you, there's cars all over the place now.
Police say Wolgamat was taken to a nearby hospital where he died from his injuries. He joined the Canton Police Department in 2006, serving in the patrol division and working in the city jail. According to records from the Ohio Attorney General's office, before joining Canton Police, Wolgamat served part-time with the Lakemore, Strasburg, and Bolivar police departments. He graduated from the University of Akron Police Academy in 2002. In an online statement, Canton Police say that Wolgamat's commitment to serving and protecting the residents of Canton earned him the respect of his fellow officers and the community he proudly served. Canton's mayor praised his nearly 2 decades of service, saying his absence will be deeply felt by his fellow officers, his family, and the community he protected. And the cause of the crash remains under investigation. And Christy, coming up at 5, what state and federal leaders are saying in tribute to Officer Wolgamat.
All right, Danielle, certainly thinking about his family tonight. Thank you so much. Well, it is day 41 of the federal government shutdown, and GOP leaders, we know, are trying to push a funding bill to the finish line as quickly as possible. But we want to give you the latest developments today because during a conference call with Republicans this morning, House Speaker Mike Johnson said he hopes to hold a vote to reopen the government as soon as Wednesday. Now, he's calling on House members to return to Washington as soon as possible. But last night, 8 Senate Democrats joined Republicans to advance a federal funding measure in exchange for a future vote on extending enhanced affordable care subsidies. Now, the White House is again asking the Supreme Court to keep federal food aid payments on hold. Now, this request is the latest in a legal fight over how the program should proceed during the government shutdown. Those benefits help 42 million Americans buy groceries. Well, lower courts have ordered the government to keep those benefits flowing. And this has been a confusing battle for a lot of people right here in Ohio, wondering why these specific benefits are being halted. Annabelle Childers spoke today with a legal expert to get some answers.
November 1st, millions of Americans lost access to SNAP benefits as the government shutdown extended into the month. As state and local governments navigate the impacts on recipients, federal judges have been ruling on a number of lawsuits filed by attorneys general and nonprofits against the Trump administration.
In each instance, what they've said is that ultimately the funding is there. The funding is coming through the federal government. It's administered by the states, and as a result, the benefits ought to be paid.
Eric Chafee, a law professor with Case Western Reserve University, explains the final decision on whether the Trump administration has to release SNAP funding will likely come from the Supreme Court. But it's been a confusing saga, and at this moment, states are at a standstill after Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson put a temporary hold on a lower court decision on Friday. I reached out to the Ohio Department of Jobs and Family Services to see what that means for Ohioans. A spokesperson says SNAP benefits remain delayed as the state works through federal guidance. But plans for aid from Governor DeWine are still in motion, with $7 million already distributed to food banks across the state. Chafee says when the government reopens, SNAP benefits will be restored, but not immediately.
Any bureaucracy is a machine. And as a result of that, when you cause that machine to pause or stop or grind to a halt, there are concerns about how soon that machine can get going again.
Now, Chafee says it is important to know that the appropriations bill in the Senate only addresses appropriations through January. So even if the government reopens or even when the government reopens, these issues with SNAP benefits could come up again. We are, of course, going to continue to follow this and bring updates as soon as we get them. Christy.
Great information, Annabelle. Thank you so much. Now, she mentioned it. When the shutdown deal goes through, we do know that there may be one in the works, but airports across the country are still experiencing scheduling turbulence right now. Delays, cancellations, they could take days to be resolved across the system as the wait goes on for the deal to make its way through Congress. So at the National Air Traffic Controllers Union headquarters in Washington, D.C. today, the union president says enough is enough. Controllers have now gone without 2 paychecks, and yet they're still on the job ensuring that planes take off and land safely. All right, let's talk about sports. Ouch might be the cleanest way to describe the 27-20 loss to the woeful Jets. The Browns dropped to 2-7 on the season. They still got 8 games to go. So Nick Camino is here. Okay. I'm running out of things to say, Nick. I mean, is there a rainbow anywhere in this picture?
A rainbow. Ominous clouds, Christy. That's all I see in this Browns forecast, okay? It's tough. We're talking about the same thing each week. And yesterday, it wasn't very good, right? There's people across the NFL that say the New York Jets are the worst team in football. Well, the Browns lost to them. So what does that make Cleveland, right? It was just an ugly day in the Meadowlands. And this, to me, was the most disappointing part. Here we are again. Multiple weeks, week after week, all we're talking about are special teams letting the Browns down again. Yesterday, in less than a minute between each other, they gave up a 99-yard kick return for a touchdown, followed by a 74-yard punt return for a touchdown. The special teams have just been abysmal. And you know what? They were bad last year, too. If you lose a game 27-20, you spot different things. That is a big difference right there. Special teams for this team, just terrible yesterday. Now, Bubba Ventrone, okay, he is the Browns' special teams coach. He's also the assistant head coach. Well, I think a lot needs to fall on him. I think a lot of questions need to be asked of him because continually we are seeing this team struggle with special teams, whether it's those returns that we showed you, whether it's kicking, whether it's punting. Everything has just been bad. Well, today on a Zoom call with the media, Kevin Stefanski said he is sticking with Ventrone. He gave him a vote of confidence. So there is that. No seats are warm as of right now. Let's talk quarterback play because that's what we're going to do in Cleveland until we finally find one. Dillon Gabriel, the rookie quarterback. I don't think he was all that good yesterday, to be honest with you. There's just not much there. We're not seeing that progression that you would like to see week to week. There is no improvement really for him. He goes 17 of 32 through the air, 167 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, but he was sacked 6 times. Just didn't think he was all that great. And I think each week we're kind of seeing the same thing. His head coach, Kevin Stefanski, on that Zoom call today said, listen, we just got to move on quickly.
This business, so you never get used to it, and it stings. Having said that, you have to turn around and get right back at it. So that's what we'll do. We got to quickly learn from it, and then, like I said, you guys move forward to a division game at our place.
And that division game that he was talking about right there, the Ravens will be here in Cleveland. That kickoff time, you should note, set for 4:25 on Sunday. Browns and Ravens at 4:25. Then it's the Raiders November 23rd, followed by the 49ers later in the month. Not an easy road coming up for the Browns as the Ravens have now won 3 in a row. They'll be looking for their 4th consecutive win. Christy, I feel like the Grim Reaper today, okay? All this news that we're talking about, none of it is good when it comes to the world of sports in Cleveland right now.
It's sad.
Yeah,
it is sad, Nick.
It is.
Thank you so much.
You got it.
Ooh, all right. Up next, the sadness and the mystery of the Edmund Fitzgerald is being remembered today, decades after it disappeared in the Great Lakes. We'll tell you more. But next, are you hungry? We're edging toward dinner time, and it's Pizza Week. Mike Polk shows us how to cash out on some great deals on a lot of people's favorite food. And here's meteorologist Jessica Van Meter. She's got a lot to watch tonight.
We do. We're watching some people's favorite weather. If you like snow, it is your kind of day. We got plenty of that lake effect still coming down. We're going to talk about that and how long our weather impact alert sticks around coming up.
Are you tired of shopping bags tipping over in your car? You need the Auto Anchor. Perfect for commuters, parents, or anyone on the go. The Auto Anchor installs in seconds on the post of the headrest and even works as a phone holder for hands-free viewing in the back seat. Scan the code on your screen to order right now. And with this special TV offer, if you buy one, you will get 3 for free. That's right, a full set for your car. The Auto Anchor is strong and durable and fits most vehicles. Scan the code on your screen and get your Auto Anchor today.
The WKYC Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. WKYC Plus. Complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
If you've ever tried to clean a garlic press, you are going to love this. Introducing the Great Garlic. No chunks, no squeeze, no stuck pieces. It's faster, cleaner. If you cook even a little bit, you're going to need one of these. Scan the code on your screen now.
Introducing the Great Garlic, your ultimate kitchen companion. Just place a peeled clove of garlic under the grate, rock it back and forth, and say goodbye to tedious chopping and messy mincing. Scan now and find out for yourself just how great the Great Garlic is.
The thunderstorms that are starting to move in.
Trees on homes, debris on roadways, hundreds of thousands in the dark tonight, still without power.
Everyone needs to take steps to stay safe.
We have more team coverage for you now.
We'll have high wind, lightning, and rain.
Portions of that road are now gone.
We saw cars that were stranded. That tornado touched down.
It's incredible video.
You need to be careful.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on WKYC Plus.
Introducing the Avocado Smooth Slicer. Simply cut a ripe avocado in half, then use the Avocado Smooth Slicer to pop out the pit and glide through. Cutting perfect avocado slices is oh so satisfying. Holy guacamole, you're the toast of the town. With its two-step design, just pop, glide, and say avocado. Made of stainless steel and easy to clean. Scan the code on your screen now, and with this special TV offer, order the avocado cutting tool that will guac your world. Get your Avocado Smooth Slicer today.
Ready to grab a slice of a lot of people's favorite food? Cleveland Pizza Week is kicking off today. 38 local restaurants are serving up $12 specialty pies. They're showcasing some of the city's most beloved creative pizza pies. So Mike Polk Jr. is live with us. Of course he is, because he gets the best deals when it comes to the stories that he gets to do. All right, talk to us about the delicious deals that they have for the rest of us, Mike.
Happy to, Chrissy. Yeah, that's right. It's Pizza Week. Happy Pizza Week to all who celebrate. I'm here at Pizza 216 right downtown. Great pizza joint that I've been familiar with for quite some time, so we had to visit. And I'm here with the general manager of all people. Kayla, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Kayla, are you excited about Pizza Week?
Yeah, I really am.
I'm sorry for dropping in on you like this, but thank you for having us, for preparing this lovely pizza. Now, in Pizza Week, you guys get to pick your own pizza that you want to make it as a place. And what did you guys go with for this first pizza that you guys have?
So we decided to go with our signature pizza, the margarita. It is one of our most popular pizzas that we have on our menu. It's just a base of the olive oil with garlic, and then it's just a fresh mozzarella with the dollops of marinara and basil finish on top.
Why is this one such a classic, and why do people love it so much?
I feel like it's so original, and everybody that comes here, that's what they're drawn to on the menu. They see the margarita and they're like, ooh, I want to try that. And I'm like, yeah, that is one of our most popular pies that we do have, and it is very authentic.
Now, I just saw you making that yourself in that pizza oven right back there. You cooked this, and how long did it take you to master this?
I mean, not too long. I've been here for about 4.5 years now. It is pretty simple to make a pie. It does look intimidating. It's not, I promise you.
Those are some great bubbles you made right here, and I can't wait to dive into this. Guys, it's Pizza Week. Can you believe it? Happy Pizza Week, Cleveland. I'm going to be trying my first slice here. And in the 5, I'm going to be trying the second pizza that you guys offer, which is what?
That's going to be our pizza of the month. It's a hot honey. So that one's super popular too. Little pepperonis, some hot honey. Yeah.
Sounds good to me. So, hot honey coming up in the 5, guys. Happy Pizza Week, Chrissy.
Mike Polk Jr., I have missed you. It's good to see you. Thank you so much. Hot honey coming up at 5, people. Get ready for it. Well, you know what? That might not sound so bad when you look out of the window and see a lot of snow coming down because, I mean, it's November. I suppose it's time, but is it?
It technically is. Technically, today is our average for snow at Hopkins. So if you think about it that way, we are right on schedule. I don't know that that means everyone is ready for it, but snow is here and it's going to continue for many of us, especially the snow belt areas overnight and into at least the first part of tomorrow. So that's how long our weather impact alert is likely going to be with us. Lake effect snow will be lingering. That means changeable conditions will be the name of the game as we go through the evening, overnight, and even into tomorrow morning. We're going to watch temperatures very closely. As we lose the daylight, our temperatures are going to continue to drop. We've had the benefit of daylight for much of today and also temperatures being above freezing for many locations. We're seeing those air temperatures drop below freezing. And as we lose the daylight too, that's going to be a combination that's not going to help at our roads as much as what we had during the majority of today. Snow is still ongoing for many of us. You can see this streaming in off of Lake Erie. We do have a wide range in what folks are seeing depending on maybe no snow for areas further south or off to the west. And then we do have some pockets where we have some heavy lake effect snow falling and some decent snowfall rates. We see that west of Cleveland extending from Lorain down through Grafton and all the way out towards Medina, portions of Medina County, some heavy snow falling there. Cleveland, we've got just some light snow for downtown right now, but that gets heavier as you go east across Cuyahoga County and pushing into some of those snow belt areas, especially into Geauga, northern Portage County. We've got a lot of snow across 480 to 71 right now. 44 in particular has been a very snowy drive north and south so far today. And we do have these heavier snowfall rates within some of this snow. So as we are losing our daylight and losing our temperatures, that heavier snow is going to have more of an impact on some of the roadways. Here's a live look at 422 and 91 near the Solon area. You can see traffic is still moving along. We've got snow falling. The thing to notice here is a lot of these bridges and overpasses, as those cool off, we're starting to see a little bit of that snow stick between some of the tire tracks. So that's going to be something else that we watch and see happening through the evening hours as that snow continues to fall and we lose the benefit of some warmer air in place. So that's going to be a concern. We're also going to track this lake effect snow going all the way back towards Lake Huron. We're going to see if we can tap into some of that moisture for those lake effect areas as we go through the evening, overnight. That could help boost those snowfall rates for many of those snow showers. So especially where those showers really persist, we could see some of those quick accumulations as all of that kind of comes together through the evening and overnight. We still have that very strong wind coming in from the northwest, very cold air in there as well. So this is absolutely a lake effect setup for us, and that's going to continue to be the case for tonight. National Design Right hour by hour forecast. If you're not having snow, you're still having the cold and the wind. So that wind chill is going to be a factor for many of us tonight and really into tomorrow as well. So we'll watch that hour by hour forecast with some lake effects sticking around through that evening commute. Plan on needing extra drive time for the evening commute. Any driving you've got to do this evening, overnight, especially if you have a big change east to west. Those conditions could change very quickly as you go along because of where those bands have set up. Lake effect potential continues overnight. It's going to become a little more focused on some of those primary snowbelt areas and secondary snowbelt areas east of Cleveland in particular. That's where we still have those winter weather advisories that are going to go through early tomorrow. As we get into tomorrow morning, some of us will wake up to some fresh snow on the ground, particularly out towards the snowbelt. And we do still have the potential for some additional showers to be falling still for that morning commute on Tuesday. So again, extra time is likely going to be needed for you on Tuesday morning as well. Temperatures start off 20s for many of us, feeling more like the teens. We do improve a little bit as we go through the day. Much of that lake effect activity will work on tapering off, so we're looking drier overall for the second part of the day. temperatures are still going to struggle for Tuesday, stuck in the 30s. As far as additional accumulations, feast or famine, the feast is likely going to be those higher elevation areas of the snow belt, especially where we tap into some of that moisture from Lake Huron. We could have those accumulations happen very quickly. A few inches locally higher could be possible for some locations where those bands really persist. Rest of that Union Home Mortgage forecast does show some improvement after we get over that weather impact alert that's lasting through tomorrow morning. Temperatures do improve. We're back into the 40s, 50s, even some low 60s by the time we get towards Sunday. Christy.
Oh my goodness. How is that even possible?
Hashtag fall.
Yeah. Well,
fall whiplash
we'll
for us.
We'll take it. It's all good.
Yes.
Jessica, thank you so much.
The legend lives on from the Chippewa down up the big lake they call Good Sugar Mill. The lake it is never gives up her dead when the skies are low.
You probably heard that famous song before, Gordon Lightfoot and his mega hit about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Now today, by the way, is the 50th year anniversary of the sinking of that huge cargo ship. It went down in a storm on Lake Superior in 1975 with 29 sailors aboard. The wreckage of the ship wasn't discovered until 20 years later. The ship's bell and other relics were pulled out of Lake Superior on July 4th, 1995. But the majority of that vessel is still underwater there. What exactly caused it to go down and split it in half as it sunk? That is still one of the world's great maritime mysteries. Up next, a surprise finding about coffee and its impact on your heart. We'll be right back.
Here's a look at tonight's Carrier Comfort Index, sponsored by CarrierOhio.com. You make it home, we make it comfortable.
Wish you could yell at mosquitoes to stay off your skin? Now you can with Mosquito Band. This tech marvel harnesses sound waves to create an invisible shield. No nasty chemicals or odor. It works up to 130 hours on a single fast charge. Get a cool-looking Mosquito Band for every member of your family. It's the healthy way to yell, "Stay away, mosquitoes."
3 News Go keeps you prepared for whatever the day brings.
We hope you're having a great morning. Welcome to Go.
Working overnight to get you the latest breaking news.
Fire at apartment complex. Huge plumes of smoke.
Stay ahead of the storm with Weather Impact Alert Days.
Slight risk here all across Ohio.
Start with the team you trust on 3 News Go.
There should be smooth sailing for most of your morning.
All right. We need to lift everybody up.
Yeah.
On 3 News Go, weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. Live or on demand right here on WKYC+. The WKYC Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. WKYC Plus. Complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
Titanium, stronger than steel, lighter than aluminum, trusted in aerospace, and now redefining the way we prepare food at home. Resists corrosion, never absorbs odors, and remains flawlessly food safe without ever breaking down into harmful microplastics. Titanium Edge, now available through this exclusive television offer.
Well, listen, drinking a cup of coffee a day could keep the AFib away. A new study found patients with atrial fibrillation who drank an average of 1 cup of coffee a day had fewer recurrences of the heart rhythm disorder than those who didn't drink coffee. So doctors typically recommend that people with heart issues, such as AFib, avoid caffeine over concerns that it could trigger symptoms. But the results of this new study show that is just not true for everyone. Big things on tap for you on 3 News at 5. Oh yeah, look who's here. And he's here to stay.
He is, he's ours. We have him, we're not letting him go.
And the snow's coming too.
Yeah, talk about a great day for meteorologist Mark Johnson to officially join the 3 News team. So good to see both of you. He and Chief Meteorologist Betsy Kling, they're tracking that lake effect snow. They have your forecast in just a couple of minutes.
Where is the TV remote? How many times have you heard that? Well, scan the code on your screen now, because the searching is over. The Remote Tote is a multi-pocket armrest organizer. It can hold all your remotes, snacks, phones, glasses, books, whatever you want. All your couch needs right at hand. It folds up, so it's easy to store and easy to clean. Stop searching and start watching with the Remote Tote. Scan the code on your screen now to take advantage of this special TV offer. Get your Remote Tote today.
The WKYC Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. WKYC Plus, complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
Hey, Blake Anderson here to show you the Veggie Vortex, the 3-in-1 slicer, shredder, and sanity saver that spins veggies and more into culinary gold. Scan the code on your screen now and get yours with this special TV offer, because this kitchen marvel is pure magic. Watch this. Potatoes, boom, chips in seconds. Hash browns so fast, the Pancake House is gonna start calling you for tips.
Order up.
Cucumbers, perfect slices for salads, sandwiches, or slap them on for a quick spa day. Ready to really go nuts? The Veggie Vortex chews through nuts like an over-caffeinated squirrel. Someone say cheese? Look at that, perfect for pizza in seconds. This thing's fire. It's got a suction base so strong it clings tighter than skinny jeans after a big Thanksgiving dinner. 3 stainless steel drums. Slicer, coarse and fine shredding. BPA-free plastic, dishwasher safe. The Veggie Vortex will turn mealtime into fun time every time. Get sucked into healthier cooking with the Veggie Vortex. Scan the code on your screen to order now.
The WKYC Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time.
Just in Northeast Ohio.
Track how the weather will impact your day.
You're gonna want the rain gear with you.
Extended continuous coverage of breaking news, live from the scene.
Fire department is asking all drivers.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting.
So you are getting the sneak peek.
All the news you need, live or on demand. WKYC Plus, complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
Live from WKYC Studios, this is 3 News at 5 with Jay Crawford and Betsy Kling.
Now at 5, a tragic loss in Canton tonight. A police officer dies after a crash on his way to work. We'll show you the outpouring of support from the community.
Then, moments ago, Luis Ortiz leaves a courthouse in Boston after that betting scandal that rocked the baseball world. Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase both facing lifetime bans from the sport. We'll break down what happens next.
And because there's nothing else going on, it is a weather impact alert day here in Northeast Ohio. We're keeping an eye on the first blast of wintry weather. And we have a little extra help on the team. Mark Johnson joining our squad
he looks familiar
today.
to me.
Yes, doesn't he?
I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
I promise I did not bring the cold, I did not bring the snow, but since it's here, we might as well
team up.
Rock it.
Let's go.
All right, 3 News at 5 begins next. Here we go, weather impact alert day, and we're starting off with a pretty big accident blocking 3 lanes of traffic at I-480 westbound at the Valley View Bridge. And again, I'm going to show you a live picture here. Look at this mess. This is just messed up. We got plows stuck in here, folks, as they're trying to move westward toward the Valley View Bridge. Now, these are the local lanes. Some folks are trying to sneak off into the express lanes. If you can get there, Good for you, but it's a very slow go right now all around the area. We've had these little bursts of snow all afternoon long. Well, guess what? The sun's going down. They're beginning to get a little more organized across the area. Now, look at this. Where you see the darker blues, that's where we have some 1/2 inch to 1 inch per hour snowfall rates coming into Lorain. They're moving down into Grafton, moving into downtown Medina. There's some heavy snow there. And if you're traveling that way, it's going to be a slower go. Let's swing on up into the downtown area. Just on the east side, we got a few flurries downtown. There's Bradenall. You're getting a little burst of snow there. We'll swing on to this side. Richmond Heights, Euclid, Mayfield Heights. Wherever you see these darker blue areas, that Route 322 corridor, now you're starting to get into some of that heavier snow. Yes, indeed. You can see the bridges. You got some snow on the sides. You've got snow-covered roadways there. You got those little trails on the road. Right now we're at 30. It feels like temp of 21. It's a weather impact alert evening. Through noon Tuesday, lake snow bands linger, changeable conditions. We'll talk snowfall totals coming up. Plus, when is this all going to end and when are we going to warm up again? All of that coming up in just a second. Next 4 hours, here we go. 29, 29, 30, 29. Bundle up. It's going to be cold. Betsy.
Be updated with the whole traffic picture because we really think things are going to start to slow down. Snow plus commute, never a good thing. Now we have nighttime cooling that's being factored in, and that really does change the game quite a bit here in Northeast Ohio. I-90 in Lake County, if you drive that stretch between 44 and 526, you know that gets kind of nasty at times. Those speed reductions are in place, so plan on driving a little slower through there. Right now, nothing real heavy falling in that corridor, but boy, we have big problems on 271 and 480. This is an area that just had this big blast of snow going through. That is now over toward Moreland Hills, Chagrin Falls, and then you eventually get over toward Bentleyville and into Bainbridge. But you can see how that has basically stopped traffic on 271 right around Chagrin. So that's the 322 corridor. We have our live picture that's out there, and traffic is stopped. There is snow that is on the road. Likewise, as Mark was just mentioning, we have slow going on 480 east and west, but the westbounds in particular are where we have the biggest problem. 3 lanes of the westbound local lanes on the Valley View Bridge are closed. They're rerouting as much as possible onto the express lanes, but the folks who are on the express lanes, remember, they can't get onto 77 southbound. So this is not going to be good. We have a big mess that is setting up here. So please avoid 480 westbound if you can. Downtown Cleveland, we've just had a nice little snow shower that's gone through just to the east of downtown Cleveland, out toward East Cleveland. But you can see we have some slow going on the Interbelt. That's not unusual for this time of the day. But I think this is a really good picture. This is looking out off of the Interbelt Bridge. So we're looking east here. And you can see how slow traffic going westbound is coming in. They're just coming up on the bridge. The bridges and overpasses will become more and more problematic as the rest of the evening goes on. Jay, we're keeping a really close eye, not just on the radar with the squalls, but also with the traffic situation, because we think that things are going to get a little gnarly from here.
Yeah, it sure looks like it. But fear not, Mark and Betsy on the case. And be sure to keep it right here on 3 News, as we'll be tracking all the latest impacts of this first snowfall of the season. Meantime, other news. Canton is mourning the loss of a longtime police officer tonight. Officer Dave Walgamot, a nearly 20-year veteran of the force, died this morning after a crash while he was on his way to work. Danielle Wiggins, live in Canton with exactly what happened and how the community is remembering his service. Danny, good evening to you.
Jay, good evening to you as well. There is an outpouring of support for the Canton Police Department and Officer Walgamot's family. Now, according to Canton Police, they say that Walgamot was traveling in the 800 block of Cherry Street Southeast, Cherry Avenue Southeast, just before 7 this morning when the crash happened. Now, they are not releasing many details on what caused the crash, but radio traffic from that time mentioned icy roads and multiple accidents in the area. Maria. Walgamot was taken to a nearby hospital where he died from his injuries. So he joined the Canton Police Department in 2006, serving in the patrol division and working in the city jail. According to records from the Ohio Attorney General's office, before joining Canton Police, Walgamot served part-time with the Lakemore, Strasburg, and Bolivar Police Departments. He graduated from the University of Akron Police Academy in 2002. Now, Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost said, quote, Officer Walgamot was on his way to serve his community, a duty he faithfully performed for nearly 2 decades in Canton when his life was tragically cut short. My deepest condolences to his family, friends, and the entire Canton Police Department. And Congresswoman Amelia Sykes said in a statement, quote, throughout his career, he exemplified courage, dedication, and a steadfast commitment to the Canton community. We honor Officer Walgamot's legacy and the countless ways he made Canton safer and stronger. Now, the investigation into the cause of the crash continues tonight. And Jay, coming up at 6, what Canton's mayor is saying about Officer Walgamot's legacy.
Terrible tragedy. And of course, we're thinking about Officer Walgamot's family tonight. Daniel Wiggins, thank you.
A Cleveland Heights man appeared in court for accusations of scamming more than a dozen customers through a clock repair business. Michael Daniel owned and operated Cleveland Clock Repair from January 2021 through last month. Daniel is accused of charging customers for services that were never completed. Prosecutors say there are a total of 15 victims and about $26,000 of unpaid services. Daniel pleaded not guilty and a personal bond was set at $2,500. A pretrial was set for December 1st.
2 Guardians pitchers are indicted for allegedly rigging pitches in an elaborate gambling scheme.
And one of those players left a Boston courthouse within the past hour. We'll send it over to Nick Camino for more on this developing story. Hi, Nick.
Yeah, good evening, Betsy and Jay. Really some troubling details that we learned in yesterday's 23-page federal indictment surrounding this gambling investigation with Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase. This was just moments ago at a Boston courthouse. Luis Ortiz leaving the courthouse following a hearing where he faced his charges. Those charges including fraud, bribery, conspiracy stemming from an alleged scheme to rig individual pitches. It led gamblers to making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, according to the indictment, Ortiz was brought into this scheme originally by Clase. Now, Clase still not in custody that we know of. His attorney did say in a statement that he will fight these charges, that his client is innocent. The details surrounding Clase are super disconcerting. Texting gamblers during and immediately following games. Even after wins, he would send gifs of sad faces because he was unhappy that a bet did not hit. It appears that Clase was really the ringleader with this and roped Ortiz into it. According to the indictment, Ortiz and Clase were paid $5,000 and $7,000 each time they helped win a bet. You put that into perspective, Clase had signed a $20 million contract. It's very minimal, the money that they would throw all this away for. It is just unbelievable when you really get into the indictment that we got yesterday. And within the last hour, this is breaking news. We received word that Major League Baseball will be limiting bets with United States sportsbooks nationwide that will put a limit of $200 on pitching prop bets. Those were the alleged bets that Ortiz and Clase were taking part in because they had a direct impact on it. They would throw a ball on purpose and the bettors would cash in on that. Well, now Major League Baseball partnering with United States sportsbooks to make sure these limits are brought down immensely. $200 on pitching prop bets. We learned that within the last hour. So obviously this is a developing story. We still have not gotten official word that these guys have been cut and taken off of the roster officially. So there's just a lot of layers to all of this. You know, Jay and Betsy, I got to tell you, quite honestly, when you hear about this story, You don't even know where to begin, Jay. Do you begin with the fact that Class A was texting people during games, the fact that how little the money really is when you put into perspective how much these guys were making and could potentially make down the road? Who else was involved with? There's so many layers to it. Sometimes I don't even know where to begin with all of it.
It's tough, and we have to remember that innocence is presumed until guilt is proven. That we need to point that out. Sure. But there is an overwhelming amount of evidence. And the one thing that, Nick, I think you and I talked about this before, that is so surprising, the amount of money that Class A forfeits now on the remaining years on his contract. Not only that, he was due for a big deal when this current deal expires. So he's kissing away, if this all comes to fruition and a guilty verdict is found, tens of millions of dollars. And for what? The total of $400,000 was paid out over the course of the 23 season and the 25 season. It boggles the mind.
And with Ortiz, a promising young arm that was going to eventually be due for one of those major contracts. Had not even, in terms of perspective for Major League Baseball, hadn't made his money yet, but it appeared that he was on his way to do that. Jay, these guys will never pitch in baseball again.
No, they won't, and it's likely that they could face prison time. I know that the total charges, if found guilty, add up to 65 years. They likely will not serve anywhere near that time, but it is possible, especially Class A, that he serves some time in federal prison. Stunning. Nick, thanks.
You got it.
We'll see you in a little bit to talk about the Browns.
Yeah, well, things don't get a whole lot better.
I'm not coming back there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, so sorry, friends. The Browns, I mean, this is rock bottom, right? I think we've said that before. We say that every time we say always next year. We're at rock bottom again.
Are we?
In the next half hour, we're going to discuss if there's any way to fix this and what changes do need to be made.
But first, SNAP benefits are still in limbo. A Northeast Ohio attorney weighs in on the confusion and what could be next. Stay with us. 3 News at 5 comes right back.
Are you tired of shopping bags tipping over in your car? You need the Auto Anchor. Perfect for commuters, parents, or anyone on the go. The Auto Anchor installs in seconds on the post of the headrest and even works as a phone holder for hands-free viewing in the back seat. Scan the code on your screen to order right now. And with this special TV offer, if you buy one, you will get 3 for free. That's right, a full set for your car. The Auto Anchor is strong and durable and fits most vehicles. Scan the code on your screen and get your Auto Anchor today.
3 News Go keeps you prepared for whatever the day brings.
We hope you're having a great morning. Welcome to Go.
Working overnight to get you the latest breaking news.
Fire at apartment complex. Huge plumes of smoke.
Stay ahead of the storm with Weather Impact Alert Days.
Slight risk here all across Ohio.
Start with the team you trust on 3 News Go.
There should be smooth sailing for most of your morning.
We need to lift everybody up.
Yeah.
On 3 News Go, weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. Live or on demand right here on WKYC+.
When it comes to bath time, our dogs deserve better. During their most personal moment, show your love with the Bubble Brush. With its built-in shampoo dispenser, the Bubble Brush cleans and soothes your pet's skin while removing dirt and loose fur. Your dog will love it. Chappie gave it a 5 poop rating, our highest honor. Make bath time their most cherished experience with the Bubble Brush.
The WKYC Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. WKYC Plus, complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
Wish you could yell at mosquitoes to stay off your skin? Now you can with Mosquito Band. This tech marvel harnesses sound waves to create an invisible shield. No nasty chemicals or odor. It works up to 130 hours on a single fast charge. Get a cool-looking Mosquito Band for every member of your family. It's the healthy way to yell, "Stay away, mosquitoes."
Welcome back to 3 News at 5. Even though a deal has been reached to end the government shutdown, millions of Americans are still waiting on SNAP benefits for the month of November. So we're going to live look right now at U.S. Congress. They're, of course, waiting to basically make this official. As I said, the deal has been reached. Breaking within the last 5 minutes, 3 News has confirmed that Ohioans are set to receive partial benefits within the next couple of days. That comes as a huge relief to so many. This is a legal battle rages on as to whether the Trump administration must distribute SNAP funding to the states. Annabelle Childers has been covering this story. She joins us live now to explain what Ohioans need to know. Annabelle, as I said, so many are thrilled at this news, but there are still many questions unanswered.
Definitely. Good evening, Jay. This has been very confusing for a lot of people watching that back and forth court rulings over SNAP benefits. But this, like you said, is great news that many Ohioans have been waiting for. Now, federal judges have been ruling on a number of lawsuits filed by attorneys general and nonprofits against the Trump administration. They're arguing for SNAP funding to be distributed. But states have been at a standstill after Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson put a temporary hold on a lower court decision on Friday. Now, Eric Chafee, a law professor with Case Western Reserve University, explains that SNAP benefits could see some delays in getting their funding.
Any bureaucracy is a machine. And as a result of that, when you cause that machine to pause or stop or grind to a halt, there are concerns about how soon that machine can get going again.
Now, Chafee says it is important to watch Congress to see if any long-term action on SNAP will be taken once the government reopens, because the appropriations bill in the Senate only addresses appropriations through January. Now, plans for aid from Governor DeWine are still in motion, with $7 million already distributed to food banks across the state. And right now we are sorting through the new information we just got from the state on how this funding will work. We're going to bring you more information at 6 o'clock.
All right, I'm sure you'll stay on top of it. Annabelle Childers, live from the newsroom. Annabelle, thank you. Now, if you or someone you know is looking for food assistance, all you have to do is get out your phone, scan that QR code that you see on your screen. The link will take you to our guide of food pantries that are in the area. You can also send that link to someone you know. Again, just scan that QR code and it will take you to the link with all the information.
It has been so fascinating to watch the radar today. Even more fascinating because we basically were saying nighttime is when the game changes completely.
Yeah.
We have a very troublesome traffic situation that is setting up because we're hearing about black ice on 271 on 480 right now.
And it's not going to get any better. No. They can't get onto that 480 bridge yet to salt it. They're trying to get those plow trucks through that, all that immense traffic. So it's going to be a little while. Please, if you have to drive anywhere tonight, slow down, extra room, and maybe just stay home.
And by the way, this is Mark Johnson.
Oh, hi.
The newest member of the 3 News weather team. Very excited to have you with us.
So great to be here.
You'll be every day at 5, 7, and 11.
Yeah, and when you take days off, I'll be doing 4, 5, 6, noon, 7, 12.
Yeah, it's basically 24/7.
There you go.
The wheel never stops these days.
I am so happy to be here. Now I have to navigate through this labyrinth of cameras.
Yes, there's a bunch of them.
Over to the key over there. So let's get started. Let's talk traffic and terrible conditions for many of you. This is a live picture right now. This is the I-480. This is looking west, almost to the big bridge, and you can see we've got 3 lanes of traffic that have been blocked. Here's all the trucks that are blocking it off. These are also plow and salt trucks trying to get down through there. You're diverted now into the high-speed lanes, if you will. These are the local lanes, and they're just crawling by. Absolutely crawling by. Here's the picture now. The good news is the main band of snow is pretty much stopped, which is good. It's shifted off a little bit to the east, allowing us to clear things out a little bit. But look at the backup. The backup's all the way past Route 14. It's a slow go. If you don't go that way, and if you're expecting loved ones coming home from that direction, allow a lot of extra time. Now, this is the result of a heavier snow band that's been plaguing the I-271 corridor for the last couple of hours. And you can see you've got very, very slow conditions here. This is I-271 and Brainerd. This is Woodmere and Beechwood, 422, 175. All of those roadways are impacted by the heavier snow. Weather impact alerts all the way through at least Tuesday morning. Lake effect snow is going to continue with some heavier snow bands. Lake effect, plan an extra drive time wherever you're going. It's staying cold and blustery. We're going to see winds gusting above 30 miles per hour at times tonight, even into tomorrow morning. So it's going to blow that snow around. Accumulations for some, not all. Most of you outside of the snow belts are going to get a dusting of snow overnight. You're going to see some moonshine. But for many of you where those squalls persist, I said it. I said where squalls persist. I said it.
You have to put a quarter in the jar.
I have to put a quarter in the swear jar when I say that. Now notice, as Betsy was mentioning, as the sun goes down, the instability increases because the temperatures rapidly cool, and we're beginning to see the organization now of these snow bands. You can see right here a pretty heavy band sliding into Lorain, down into just to the north and east of Medina Square, sliding into Wadsworth. 1/2 inch per hour snowfall here. Let's slide closer to Mayfield Heights. There's that I-271 corridor, Pepper Pike, Gates Mills, Hunting Valley, and there you've got these little blasts of blue, I like to call them. These are cells of moderate to heavy snow all along Route 422 through Geauga County, Route 87, Middlefield, intermittent snow, even northern Portage County. How much snow are you going to get in these little bands? You're going to get 1 inch to 3 overnight, but in the heavier bands where they persist, we could go 2 to 4, maybe even 3 to 5 inches by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Pretty good Lake Huron connection, but right now that is pointed toward Erie, Pennsylvania, where my granddaughter goes to school. She's going to college out there, and she's going to get buried. They could get 1 foot of snow in Erie, Pennsylvania. But even into Ashtabula County, a good, 2 to 4, 3 to 5, where the snow bands persist. You can see the flow coming in out of the north and west. You've got 20s and lower 30s for air temps, but look at the wind chills. Even if you're not getting the snow, you're getting the cold. Yeah, you got wind chills lower teens. Could be a few single digits overnight. And look at tomorrow morning. This concerns me. That's a squall right over downtown Cleveland for tomorrow morning's rush. And then things kind of fade away and float off to the east. Our forecast for snow, and again, it's all about where squalls persist here. Again, this is 2 to 4, 3 to 5 inches. Elsewhere, not much. So our Union Home Mortgage 10-day outlook, you got a 35 on Tuesday, a weather impact alert day. You got some more scattered snow mainly in the morning. Then we begin a warm up, 46. Thursday, 50. And look where we are by Saturday, 58. And Sunday for the Browns, 63. Betsy and Jay.
They could lose in that weather too.
He's back. He's back. Not too rusty there, mister. Very impressed.
He nailed that Union Home Mortgage tag too.
Yeah.
Like he's done it 1 billion times.
We love our sponsors.
I get my quarter back. I get my quarter out of the swear jar whenever I say it right.
Yes, you do.
Sounds good. All right, Mark, we'll talk to you again coming up in the next half hour.
It's snowing confetti on Mark. All right, still ahead on 3 News at 5. Tonight, the knockout rounds heating up on The Voice. And one of the contestants taking the stage has a local connection. That story is ahead in the next half hour.
And it is a feast for the senses. Our Mike Polk Jr. previews one of Jay's favorite weeks of the year, Cleveland Pizza Week.
Is there another week?
Hey, do you dread scrubbing away stubborn dirt and stains? I used to, until I found the Spinny Scrub. Let me show you why this little powerhouse is a total game changer. You can also scan the code on the screen now and find out more. This is the Spinny Scrub, your new best friend when it comes to cleaning. It's got a powerful motor that rotates at high speed, so no more scrubbing by hand. It comes with 5 different brush heads, so no matter what you're cleaning, you've got the right tool for the job. From your bathroom tiles to kitchen countertops and more, the Spinny Scrub has you covered. So if you want to make cleaning faster, easier, and way more effective, the Spinny Scrub is your answer. And right now, if you order today, you'll get 20% off. Trust me, your cleaning routine will never be the same. Go ahead, scan the code on your screen right now and get yours today. You'll thank me later.
The WKYC Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. WKYC Plus, complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
Fresh pineapple is delicious, but cutting exact rings is impossible. Now, you can make rings with ease. Introducing the Pineapple Ring Master. Simply slice the top off a fresh pineapple, then align the Pineapple Ring Master around the core and twist. With each turn, the rings are cut in a spiral right down to the base. Give it a pull, and you're a ring master! Plus, you've got a perfect pineapple cup for serving your favorite tropical drink. Scan the code on your screen now and get your Pineapple Ring Master today.
a large fire and a possible explosion.
You can see flames coming out of the top.
Stay away from floodwater.
Hundreds of thousands are still without power.
You can see there is a large police presence on Superior.
This tree uprooted. Metro Parks Police, they are still here. They are still working.
Stream extended coverage on WKYC Plus.
All right, calling all pizza lovers. Bets, have you ever met anyone that doesn't love pizza?
Very, very few and far between.
I've never met
it's more of a
soul.
toppings battle.
Maybe, but I mean the pizza in its pure form, just the dough, the sauce, the cheese. Who doesn't love that? And if you do love it, this is your week. Cleveland Pizza Week is back. 7 days. Some of the city's most popular pizza joints are serving up their best pies for just $12.
This is a celebration of Cleveland's pizza scene and a chance to discover new flavors one pie at a time. So, of course, we had to send our chief food critic out and about, Mike Polk Jr. So, Mikey, where are you and what you eating?
Hey, how you doing, BK? Hey, Jay, happy Pizza Week to all who celebrate. Yeah, I'm at Pizza 216, where I'm taking advantage of the great deals they got going all around town this week. You know, we are an underrated pizza town, if you ask me. Do you agree with me, Kayla?
I agree with you.
Kayla's the general manager of Pizza 216, so she might be a little bit biased, but we're going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Is Cleveland actually a good pizza town? Tell the truth.
Yeah, I really do believe it is. There's a lot of spots that are right in the heart of downtown Cleveland, and I feel like we have some of the most authentic.
Now, everybody, all of you different places get to make your own pizza to share with people. And in the first show, we shared the margarita pizza, which was delicious. Thank you. Which one am I looking at now?
So this one's our hot honey. It is the pizza of the month as well. It's just going to have our classic red sauce, classic blend cheese, the Ezzo cupping pepperoni, pickled jalapenos, and then the goat cheese added on top with some hot honey.
Whew, you guys went all out for your Pizza Week thing right there. That's fine, sir. You don't bother. Now, you said goat cheese. Does that make a big difference to you?
I believe it does. It is something that you normally don't see on pizzas, but I think it kind of gives it a little pizzazz and looks fancy.
It's very fancy. I feel it feels very metropolitan.
Yeah.
You guys have been doing this for a few years now. Is the Pizza Week, do you guys really enjoy it? Does it do well for you guys?
Yeah, no, we definitely do well. It brings in a lot of customers around the city, and they get to also share with me the other pies that the other businesses are doing as well. So
do you feel any competition with the other places, or is it all good fun?
All good fun, yeah.
All right, I believe you. All right, well, happy Pizza Week to you. Thanks for having us.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Jay, Betsy, I'm gonna take myself a bite of this honey dipper right here and start off Pizza Week right. How's that sound?
I'm very jealous of you. I love the idea of goat cheese and hot honey.
It would sound a lot better if we had some here.
I mean, you know,
it's the only way it
we
could
like
get
to
better.
taste test.
If you guys are good, I might wander back with some for you, all right?
Very good. Thank you, Mike. Coming up in the second half hour of 3 News at 5, a deal to end the government shutdown has been reached. So what happens next? We'll break it all down for you.
And it is the first snow of the season for Northeast Ohio. We'll get a listen in on city officials sharing winter safety tips. And, of course, the airport has a warning for travelers when 3 News at 5 returns.
Hey, do you dread scrubbing away stubborn dirt and stains? I used to, until I found the Spinny Scrub. Let me show you why this little powerhouse is a total game changer. You can also scan the code on the screen now and find out more. This is the Spinny Scrub, your new best friend when it comes to cleaning. It's got a powerful motor that rotates at high speed, so no more scrubbing by hand. It comes with 5 different brush heads, so no matter what you're cleaning, you've got the right tool for the job. From your bathroom tiles to kitchen countertops and more, the Spinny Scrub has you covered. So if you want to make cleaning faster, easier, and way more effective, the Spinny Scrub is your answer. And right now, if you order today, you'll get 20% off. Trust me, your cleaning routine will never be the same. Go ahead, scan the code on your screen right now and get yours today. You'll thank me later.
The thunderstorms that are starting to move in.
Trees on homes, debris on roadways, hundreds of thousands in the dark tonight, still without power.
Everyone needs to take steps to stay safe. We have more team coverage for you now.
We'll have high wind, lightning, and rain.
Portions of that road are now gone.
We saw cars that were stranded. That tornado touched down. It's incredible video. You need to be careful.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on WKYC Plus.
Where is the TV remote? How many times have you heard that? Well, scan the code on your screen now, because the searching is over. The Remote Tote is a multi-pocket armrest organizer. It can hold all your remotes, snacks, phones, glasses, books, whatever you want. All your couch needs right at hand. It folds up, so it's easy to store and easy to clean. Stop searching and start watching with the Remote Tote. Scan the code on your screen now to take advantage of this special TV offer. Get your Remote Tote today.
The WKYC Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. WKYC Plus, complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
Live from WKYC Studios, this is 3 News at 5 with Jay Crawford and Betsy Kling.
Well, we are in our Weather Impact Alert Monday, and this is a live picture for you as we are traveling around town. We have numerous slowdowns around Northeast Ohio right now. This particular spot, which is this again? This is the 90 near Euclid, so that's out on the east side, but 271 and 480 particularly right now, very slow going. So changeable conditions. I think I've heard that a few times in the forecast over the past week, but that is the real big concern tonight. Now that nighttime cooling is taking place, it is a game changer, and we are anticipating those conditions on the road to get a little tricky at times. Okay, we're going to send things over to Mark Johnson right now.
Here we go.
Get us the latest on what's happening with this.
Good to be here, my friend. Weather impact alert night in through tomorrow morning, at least through noon on Tuesday. Lake effect snow bands are lingering. They're out there now. They're going to linger through the morning commute as well. For changeable conditions, as Betsy just mentioned, you're going to drive in and out of snow. Some of it heavy, some of it lowering your visibilities terribly. Now, we're beginning to see, as the sun has gone down, as temps cool, we're getting a lot more instability in the air. So we're going to see these snow squalls flare up and begin to line up. They've been really unorganized through the day, but now they're getting their act together. Here's a big old band of moderate to heavy snow sliding into Lorain, toward Medina downtown, into North Olmsted, over toward the airport. They're getting some moderate snow. Here we go to the east side, Bracknell to Cleveland Heights, Pepper Pike, a little bit more the cellular nature of those bursts of snow than a wider view shows. Our current temps, everywhere you go, 20s, lower 30s, and wind chills are in the teens. How about this wind gust right now in downtown at 35 miles per hour, 24-mile-an-hour wind gusts currently in the Worcester area. So it's windy. You got scattered snow. Your National Design Mart hour by hour shows tomorrow's highs only in the 30s with more scattered snow. Betsy's got the latest on the current traffic. It is slick, Betsy.
Yeah, we're trying to get folks home tonight, most certainly, and it has been slow going in some areas. Most of the area we have wet pavement, and that actually can be a problem because, as Mark just said, our temperatures are in the 20s, so we are going to have issues, especially on bridges and overpasses. One of those issues right now on the Valley View Bridge, there have been reports of black ice on the bridge itself that caused a 3-car accident. You can see the backup goes all the way back to Bedford and Warrensville Heights. And then also on 271, we've had stop traffic because of numerous accidents there. As a squall comes in, it puts down that quick slick on the roads. The cars start to crunch it up and we get big problems. Still, we have a couple lanes that are shut down on the Valley View Bridge. So there was a 3-lane shutdown earlier on the local lanes of the bridge. Now they're starting to back things up. They have to salt the entire bridge to allow that salt to get some time to chew through whatever black ice is there. But things have been very slow going. So if you still have any plans this evening, or you know somebody who's maybe coming from the east side to the west side, see if they can reroute around 480. Likewise, 271 has been a bit of a parking lot at times. This is a picture from ODOT, and you can see all the traffic, right? Everybody's at kind of a standstill. Look at the snow that's on the actual road pavement. This is something that is such a wives' tale. deal that people are like, oh, the ground's too warm. It's no way we're going to have accumulation. Sometimes the snow comes down fast enough that it can overwhelm that melting possibility for a little while, and that's when we get into these kind of problems. So we're keeping an eye on everything. Obviously, Mark's going to join us with another quick pick at the forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Jay?
All right, Beth, thanks. And as the first snow of the season arrives, Cleveland city leaders are sharing their preparations for the long winter ahead. Natalie Clydesdale joining us now with how the crews are getting prepared and the safety tips they want everyone to keep in mind. Natalie, good evening to you.
That's right, Jay. Good evening. Well, Cleveland city leaders say they're ready for whatever this winter brings. Public Works has been fully prepared since late October, with more than 130 drivers and 60 plows working on 3 shifts around the clock. The city has 22,000 tons of salt and 13,000 gallons of liquid de-icer on hand. And if you want to know where those plows are, the Snowplow Tracker is back this year on Cleveland Open Data. The city says it updates every 15 minutes as crews work through neighborhoods. Fire officials are also warning residents to check smoke alarms, use space heaters safely, and watch for carbon monoxide buildup as temperatures drop. Cleveland police remind drivers to slow down, follow parking bans when they're issued, never leave a running car unattended, and take extra precautions while driving.
When there's snowy or slick streets, it's a little bit more difficult to slow down. So slowing down takes a little bit more time. So make sure you keep that in mind. Increase your distance between vehicles.
Cleveland EMS also encourages residents to remember to dress in layers and take periodic breaks when shoveling snow. Tonight at 6 o'clock, we'll have an update from ODOT on how crews are handling the snow so far.
Well, Natalie, it's good to know that the city is ready for the winter. Are you ready for your first Cleveland winter? That's either a hard no or she didn't hear me. I think she's ready. She looks like she's ready.
She sure is. She sure is. Natalie, thanks so much. Boy, yesterday, ouch.
Yeah.
That one was tough, definitely. Yes, the Browns lost to the Jets, the worst team in football, I believe.
Among them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, after a strong start, Cleveland struggled to finish drives. They couldn't hold off the Jets' second half comeback.
Yeah, tackling on special teams would have made a huge difference. Here's Nick Camino to break down what went wrong. This could take a while, and where they go from here.
Yeah, how much time do we have for this? Did you guys give me for this? 25 minutes? That's what it's going to take here. Yeah, listen, people asking me today, is this rock bottom for the Browns? Listen, we've lived through 0-16 and 1-15, so I don't know that I would say it's rock bottom. But in terms of this season, yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, the New York Jets were waving the white flag this week, and they beat you. Browns are now 2-7, and again, here we are talking about special teams that have been anything but special. Yesterday, a 99-yard kick return for a touchdown. Less than a minute of game time after that, after a 3-and-out, a 74-yard punt return for a touchdown. We've talked about it week after week, how bad these special teams have performed. And again, yesterday in New Jersey, it was on display. When you lose 27-20, those are the things that you point to. All right, let's talk some quarterback here, because until we finally get one in this town, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to talk quarterbacks until we find one. Dylan Gabriel, the rookie quarterback, we're just not seeing the improvement from him. I know he's been thrown into a tough position. He's a rookie, all that stuff, but he's not getting better every week. In fact, he could be regressing a little bit at this point. He went 17 of 32 through the air, 167 yards. He did have the 2 touchdowns, but he was sacked 6 times, and I'm just not seeing enough from him. It didn't even matter who was calling the plays, it seemed like. And again, how many times have we said this? Mistakes. Penalties, especially at crucial times. 10 penalties on the Browns yesterday. It's just inexcusable, including the one with a minute left. You can get the ball back. There was never a chance that the New York Jets were going to snap this football. They just tried to get you offsides, and they do. Just mental errors. It's just undisciplined football. Myles Garrett spoke after the loss. He says, "Oh, nobody's given up.
Still opportunity, still a chance. We still have 8 more games. You never know what can happen. So I'm going to make sure that there's no quit in this team. I haven't seen it before, and it's not going to happen now. So I'm going to make sure everybody mans up and still knows exactly what the directive is.
And to make this Browns update even worse, who doesn't want the very latest on Deshaun Watson? This is a real possibility now. Could the Browns open the window on his return to practice? We saw the Cincinnati Bengals do this with Joe Burrow today. Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski was asked about it on a Zoom call, and he said, quote, "I'm not sure if that's what we're doing." So that's where we're at when it comes to Deshaun Watson. The realization, Jay Crawford and Betsy Kling, that he could be playing in a Browns game this year. For a lot of people, that's weird. It's tough. The whole thing is just a mess.
When you consider that the owner has publicly come out and said the decision to bring him here was a mistake. And of course, that goes without saying. Of course, it was a mistake. But two things quickly. The Browns have given up in 2 games this year 141 yards, and they lost. And yesterday, 167 yards, and they lost. And here's a crazy stat, Nick. You know how the Browns love to do stuff that's never been done before. Well, going back to 1950, and probably this is the only time it's ever happened in NFL history, but the records didn't go back that far. No NFL team that held their opponents to under 175 yards and did not turn the ball over, they never lost a game in the NFL.
They just find a way, don't they?
It's unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah, unbelievable. All
Next up, the Ravens. What could go wrong?
We'll see you soon. Yeah, what could go wrong is right. Wow.
Well, turning now to entertainment that's less painful to watch. The knockout rounds continue on The Voice. That's when 2 singers from the same team face off against each other. And tonight we know Team Niall is up because of a post that he made on an Instagram account. We have reason to believe the trio with a local performer is set to take stage again tonight. Such a cool sound. You are listening to Deck of Hearts. Singer and guitar player Dylan John is from Monroe Falls. This season, there are no steals or saves in the knockout round, so if they make it through tonight, they're going to be moving off to the playoff round. The Voice airs tonight at 9, right here on 3. Still much more to come here at 5, day 41 of the government shutdown, and there may finally be light at the end of this tunnel. The Senate moves on a bill to fund the government and SNAP, but healthcare subsidies remain a point of contention.
And the Supreme Court with a decision on whether or not it will take up the issue of allowing same-sex marriage to stand. Russ Mitchell has made his way in studio. He'll join us for Now in America. That is next.
Are you tired of shopping bags tipping over in your car? You need the Auto Anchor. Perfect for commuters, parents, or anyone on the go. The Auto Anchor installs in seconds on the post of the headrest and even works as a phone holder for hands-free viewing in the back seat. Scan the code on your screen to order right now. And with this special TV offer, if you buy one, you will get 3 for free. That's right, a full set for your car. The Auto Anchor is strong and durable and fits most vehicles. Scan the code on your screen and get your Auto Anchor today.
The WKYC Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. WKYC Plus, complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
Fresh pineapple is delicious, but cutting exact rings is impossible. Now, you can make rings with ease. Introducing the Pineapple Ring Master. Simply slice the top off a fresh pineapple, then align the Pineapple Ring Master around the core and twist. With each turn, the rings are cut in a spiral right down to the base. Give it a pull, and you're a ring master! Plus, you've got a perfect pineapple cup for serving your favorite tropical drink. Scan the code on your screen now and get your Pineapple Ring Master today.
3 News Go keeps you prepared for whatever the day brings.
We hope you're having a great morning. Welcome to Go.
Working overnight to get you the latest breaking news.
Fire at apartment complex. Huge plumes of smoke.
Stay ahead of the storm with weather impact alert days.
Slight risk here all across Ohio.
Start with the team you trust on 3 News Go.
There should be smooth sailing for most of your morning.
We need to lift everybody up.
Yeah.
On 3 News Go, weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. Live or on demand right here on WKYC Plus.
Where is the TV remote? How many times have you heard that? Well, scan the code on your screen now, because the searching is over. The Remote Tote is a multi-pocket armrest organizer. It can hold all your remotes, snacks, phones, glasses, books, whatever you want. All your couch needs right at hand. It folds up so it's easy to store and easy to clean. Stop searching and start watching with the Remote Tote. Scan the code on your screen now to take advantage of this special TV offer. Get your Remote Tote today.
It's 5:45 here in the land and time to check in on national stories making headlines. For that, Russ Mitchell joins us for what's happening now in America. Hi, Russ.
Hey, Betsy. Good evening. Good evening to you at home as well. Day 41 of the government shutdown, and lawmakers say an end may be near. The Senate is moving on a bill to fund the government and restore SNAP benefits, but health care subsidies are still excluded. 8 Democrats joined Republicans to move that bill forward, but some other Democrats say they will not support the bill as it stands.
It fails to do anything of substance to fix America's health care crisis.
You need to begin right now returning to the Hill. We have to do this as quickly as possible.
If passed, it goes to the House, where members have been out for 6 weeks. A House vote could take place as early as Wednesday. U.S. Supreme Court today said it will not overturn its landmark ruling recognizing same-sex marriage as a constitutional right. The challenge came from a former county clerk in Kentucky who refused to issue marriage licenses after that 2015 ruling. And Jeffrey Epstein co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell is seeking a commutation of her 20-year prison sentence. This according to a whistleblower. NBC News reports the source also claims she's receiving special treatment in prison. Some lawmakers are calling on President Trump to reject any clemency, and they want a public hearing to investigate. That is all from this desk for now. See you back here in about 14 minutes. Jay, back to you.
All right, Russ, thank you very much. Ahead on 3 News at 5, today marks 50 years since the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald. We're going to take a look back at the tragedy and the legacy it left behind. That's next.
If you've ever tried to clean a garlic press, you are going to love this. Introducing the Great Garlic. No chunks, no squeeze, no stuck pieces. It's faster, cleaner. If you cook even a little bit, you're going to need one of these. Scan the code on your screen now.
Introducing the Great Garlic, your ultimate kitchen companion. Just place a peeled clove of garlic under the grate, rock it back and forth, and say goodbye to tedious chopping and messy mincing. Scan now and find out for yourself just how great the Great Garlic is.
3 News Go keeps you prepared for whatever the day brings.
We hope you're having a great morning. Welcome to Go.
Working overnight to get you the latest breaking news.
Fire at apartment complex. Huge plumes of smoke.
Stay ahead of the storm with weather impact alert days.
Slight risk here all across Ohio.
Start with the team you trust on 3 News Go.
There should be smooth sailing for most of your morning.
We need to lift everybody up.
Yeah.
On 3 News Go, weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. Live or on demand right here on WKYC+.
Introducing the Avocado Smooth Slicer. Simply cut a ripe avocado in half, then use the Avocado Smooth Slicer to pop out the pit and glide through. Cutting perfect avocado slices is oh so satisfying. Holy guacamole, you're the toast of the town. With its 2-step design, just pop, glide, and say avocado. Made of stainless steel and easy to clean. Scan the code on your screen now, and with this special TV offer, order the avocado cutting tool that will guac your world. Get your Avocado Smooth Slicer today.
The WKYC Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. WKYC Plus. Complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
Hey, Blake Anderson here to show you the Veggie Vortex, the 3-in-1 slicer, shredder, and sanity saver that spins veggies and more into culinary gold. Potatoes? Boom. Chips in seconds. Someone say cheese? Look at that, perfect for pizza. This thing's fire. Ready to really go nuts? The Veggie Vortex chews through nuts like an over-caffeinated squirrel. It's got a suction base so strong it clings tighter than skinny jeans after a big Thanksgiving dinner. Get sucked into healthier cooking with the Veggie Vortex. Scan the code on your screen to order now.
The Eye on Cleveland is sponsored by Window World, improving homes and changing lives.
Darkness descends on the land.
Leon Bibb should be here.
I know,
That's
right?
a beautiful picture, though.
It is. But we don't have the snow falling in downtown Cleveland. We still have scattered snow showers around. And of course, today is a day we're keeping a close eye on what's happening with the weather and the traffic and whatnot. But we're so excited to have Mark Johnson joining our team. And a lot of people don't know this. This is not our first time actually being on a newscast together.
Really?
Did you know that?
No, I did not. Oh, no.
Never underestimate the power
I heard
of
about this
parents
video.
Oh, no.
with a VCR back in the day. I give you 1991 Betsy Kling in the white sweatshirt right there.
Oh, there she is.
That was in the Super Kmart in Fairlawn, Ohio in 1991.
What are you, 7'4"?
When it opened.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're towering over your bandmates.
I was a little taller than everyone.
But wait, how were you and Mark? Oh,
because Mark was actually reporting on the Super K opening for Channel 23.
I remember that. Oh, my gosh.
And so this is the first time we were ever on the news together.
I love it. And it was destiny. It was destiny that brought us back together.
Listen in on
34 years later.
Well, over the past couple of years, Kmart's changed a lot of things to remain competitive in this dog-eat-dog retail world. There's still some things here that remain the same.
That's right. It's the Blue Light Special.
Who could forget? Kmart's have come and gone since then.
I cannot believe you found that video.
My parents did. As soon as I told them, Mom and Dad, I think Mark Johnson's going to come and work with me, my mom goes, I got the tape. We got the tape. And I'm like,
Mom and Dad, how could you do this to me on my first day?
So literally today I brought in a VCR tape to the newsroom. Half the newsroom was like, what is that?
Is my face red? I got to put some more powder on.
A little bit red.
That was what, 34 years ago?
Listen,
now.
you don't have to count.
Hey,
but I was in high school. I wasn't even a senior.
Honestly, though, I don't know if we can go back to that video. Mark, you haven't changed.
Not at all.
You know what? I'm old enough to be your much older brother, and I've learned a phrase this year for my 60th birthday. Get off my lawn. That's what I've learned.
I learned
those
that too.
darn squirrels.
Oh, that's awesome. Look at Betsy Kling.
Look at those eyebrows, man. Woo, girlfriend.
Will you bring the hairstyle back, please?
I still got that curly hair.
All right, let's talk.
Wow.
All right, I'm getting blamed for bringing the snow and the cold back on my first day. I apologize for that. Look at the impacts. A weather impact alert night and morning tomorrow. What's new? We got a Lake Huron connection. Yeah, it's starting, folks. We got 2 lakes, no waiting. It's going to be a big squall, probably for Ashtabula County. Right now, scattered snow squalls will be heaviest to the east, but we've got one off to the west I'm going to show you in a minute. Nighttime cooling changing the game. The temps are falling, the instability is exploding, and that's going to make these squalls more intense at times, and they're going to line up. They're going to line up. They're going to become intense lines of heavier snow. Right now, I wish you could see, this did not look like this 30 seconds ago, but the roadways are very, very slick. The snow is melted, and now we've got the temps falling down into the 20s, so you're going to get some ice, especially on those bridges, overpasses, untreated roadways, so be aware of that. Good news here. Guess what? The big bridge opened up again. They're clearing that accident fast. Now traffic is beginning to move. That's great news. Moving a little bit better here on I-271 because the snow intensity has gone down a little bit, diminished. As we say, you can still see the wetness on the road. See the sheen there? That's not Charlie Sheen. That is icy sheen. That's going to freeze right on up, folks. We still have our winter weather alerts, winter weather advisories for Summit, Portage, and Trumbull counties through 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, Cuyahoga, Lake Geauga, and Ashtabula counties through 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Hope we don't need them for that long, but we might. We might. Temps. 29 Elyria with a wind chill of 19. 28 Worcester. Akron Cantons Airport at 26, a wind chill of 13. Where we have more snow showers and clouds, we're a little bit milder. Am I allowed to say mild during a winter weather event? 32 in Mentor, 32 in Cleveland. Look at the squalls here lining up. Here they are, intensifying. This one here, pulling into Lorain County, into Medina County. Let's zoom on into that one first of all. We'll show you some of these intense Eaton Estates squalls going on. Strongsville, Medina into Richfield now. It's going to slow you down, lower visibilities, and coat those roads pretty quickly. Other bursts of heavier snow around Chester, Auburn, Parkman, that 422 corridor, down into Shalersville and Windham. A wider view shows the Lake Huron connection, and that's going to waffle right into Ashtabula County for a few hours overnight, and that could be 1 to 2 inch snowfall rates. 1 to 2 inch snowfall rates. If you get under any squall, we're looking at 1 to 3, maybe 2 to 4 inches. But in the heaviest bands that persist overnight, 3 to 5 inches looks pretty good. Look at that. That is a winter pattern there, folks. Wind gusts are going to begin to go up tonight, above 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow, approaching 30 miles per hour. Your hour by hour, National Design Mart hour by hour shows the squalls. Look at tomorrow morning. I'm a little concerned about downtown Cleveland or near downtown having a squall, and then we begin to clear you out into the afternoon. Where the squalls persist, you're in that 3 to 5 inch range. Could be anywhere, but primarily east of Cleveland. More lake snow, slick spots overnight, a low of 27. 35 with morning lake snow tomorrow, still blustery at 35 degrees, your 10-day. Union Home Mortgage 10-day, 63 by Sunday. Rain late. Let's go Browns.
All right, thank you so much, Mark. Well, still ahead for us here at 5. Today is the 50th anniversary of the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald. We'll remember it next.
Where is the TV remote? How many times have you heard that? Well, scan the code on your screen now, because the searching is over. The Remote Tote is a multi-pocket armrest organizer. It can hold all your remotes, snacks, phones, glasses, books, whatever you want. All your couch needs right at hand. It folds up so it's easy to store and easy to clean. Stop searching and start watching with the Remote Tote. Scan the code on your screen now to take advantage of this special TV offer. Get your Remote Tote today.
The WKYC Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. WKYC Plus, complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
When it comes to bath time, our dogs deserve better. During their most personal moment, show your love with the Bubble Brush. With its built-in shampoo dispenser, the Bubble Brush cleans and soothes your pet's skin while removing dirt and loose fur. Your dog will love it. Chappie gave it a 5 poop rating, our highest honor. Make bath time their most cherished experience with the Bubble Brush.
A large fire and a possible explosion.
You can see flames coming out of the top.
Stay away from floodwater.
Hundreds of thousands are still without power.
You can see there is a large police presence on Superior.
This tree uprooted. Metro Parks Police, they are still here. They are still working.
Stream extended coverage on WKYC Plus.
Fresh pineapple is delicious, but cutting exact rings is impossible. Now, you can make rings with ease. Introducing the Pineapple Ring Master. Simply slice the top off a fresh pineapple, then align the Pineapple Ring Master around the core and twist. With each turn, the rings are cut in a spiral right down to the base. Give it a pull, and you're a ring master! Plus, you've got a perfect pineapple cup for serving your favorite tropical drink. Scan the code on your screen now and get your Pineapple Ring Master today.
Finally at 5, it has been 50 years since the Edmund Fitzgerald sank during a voyage on Lake Superior. 29 people died in the incident. The tragedy has inspired many tributes, including Great Lakes Brewing Company's most popular beers. Through tomorrow, a portion of the proceeds from each pint of Edmund Fitzgerald Porter will go to the Great Lakes Shipwreck Museum. Many of those victims were from Northwest Ohio. And it was in that moment, Christy and Russ, that I learned that I could remember historical events through song lyrics. The great Gordon Lightfoot's Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I feel like I know all of it now because of that song.
Are you going to sing it now?
Betsy said I'm not allowed to do that. She's heard me sing before.
Yeah. So. We're going to spare everyone that a little bit of joy.
Thanks for spending time with us. 3 News at 5 is done for now.
Russ and Christy sticking with you through the top of the hour.
All right, Jay, have a nice night. Betsy, see you soon.
Okay.
3 News at 6 starts right now.
Live from WKYC Studios, this is 3 News at 6 with Russ Mitchell and Christy Paul.
Hey, good evening. Thanks for joining us on this busy Monday night. We're following several developing stories, including a day in court for Guardians pitcher Luis Ortiz. Nick will join us with details in just a few minutes.
And here's the question. Is the end of the government shutdown near? We have details on a potential deal and breaking news on SNAP benefits as well.
That is right. But first, it is a weather impact day. Snow mode has been activated as several Northeast Ohio counties are under a winter weather advisory tonight.
And we're not done yet. Lingering lake effect snow is expected to continue through the evening. Betsy has been looking at all of this. She has the latest for us.
Yeah, there is a lot going on. And here's the thing. Where you are, you may not be seeing snow, but other places are. And that's why we put changeable conditions into our weather impact alert. That's going to continue tonight through the noon hour tomorrow. We still have a winter weather advisory in play for Cuyahoga, Summit County, and then Portage, Geauga, Lake, Ashtabula, and Trumbull counties. That will go until the early part of your day tomorrow. Most likely those will be allowed to expire early. Multiple bands setting up right now. One to the west, that's our heavy band right now. We have another band that's coming in more typical areas of the primary snow belt, right over Euclid, right through the center part of Geauga County, down into Trumbull County, and then more scattered snow showers throughout eastern Lake and then much of Ashtabula County. But this western band, this is laying it down. This is coming in just to the east of Vermilion, west of Lorain, cutting straight down through North Ridgeville into Columbia Station and into northern Medina County. And it is causing some problems. This is a live picture of the ODOT cam. This is I-71 at Route 82. There is snow on that road, friends, and this is the problem. We get these bursts of heavy snow. It overwhelms, yes, the warm pavement, but it can't melt off fast enough. And compiled on top of all of that, we have air temperatures in the 20s. So this is going to be a problem. Wherever we get these bands setting up, you will have slick spots on the road. And again, that goes tonight and into tomorrow morning. The whole swirl of this system is sitting up to the northeast of us. We've had a huge band that has been coming off of Lake Huron, and it gets disrupted just a little bit as it's trying to hop it across Lake Erie. We are anticipating the heaviest snow from that band connection to go out toward Erie, PA. But we may see some of that sneaking back toward the state line area as we are continuing to see some of these scattered snow showers. Notice that band, it does drop into northeast Ohio, especially areas for Cleveland, and then right up along I-90 in the overnight hours. But it does look like the biggest threat to everyone tonight is just plain cold. Whether it's snowing or not, our temperatures are going to be in the 20s tonight. Back to you.
All right, Betsy, thanks so much. We'll see you soon.
And as you can imagine, road crews have been busy. You've probably seen some yourself out there today. Natalie Clydesdale is joining us live now from Cleveland. So are the Ohio Department of Transportation efforts, do they seem to be paying off tonight?
Well, Christy, they absolutely are paying off. A spokeswoman from ODOT says so far this first major snowfall has not caused any significant problems.
The reason that so much attention is put on it is because we as drivers get accustomed to driving in a certain way, and over the summer and the fall, the pavements are predominantly dry and everything is clear.
200 ODOT snowplows have been working around the clock to keep the roads safe. Spokeswoman Amanda McFarland says their efforts are proving worthwhile. This morning, no interstates needed to be shut down for extended periods of time, and no roads were gridlocked. She says there were just a few lane closures here and there and a few wrecks.
And I would say all things considered, it went really well. There were definitely some crashes here and there, which I hate to say it, but it's kind of expected for the first snowstorm.
Well, ODOT will continue to have 200 plows out throughout the evening, and they'll reassess as the night goes on. Christy.
All right, good to know. Everybody stay safe. You as well, Natalie. Thank you.
Now to the latest on those two Guardians pitchers indicted for allegedly rigging pitches in an elaborate gambling scheme. Within the past hour, one of those pitchers was in a Boston courtroom. Nick Camino joined us from here in the studio with more on this developing story. Hi, Nick.
Yeah, good evening, Russ. I've been calling it a sobering day for Guardians fans and baseball fans because that's just what it feels like when you really dig into the details of the 23-page federal indictment surrounding the gambling investigation of Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase. It's just tough. Now, this was within the last hour. Luis Ortiz leaving a Boston courthouse following a hearing for the charges that he's facing. Those charges include fraud, bribery, conspiracy, controversy stemming from an alleged scheme to rig individual pitches. They were in on this. It led to gamblers making hundreds of thousands of dollars. According to the indictment, Ortiz was actually brought into the scheme by his teammate, Emmanuel Clase. Now, Clase still is not in custody that we know of. His attorney did say in a statement that he will fight these charges, that his client is innocent of all charges. The details surrounding Clase, though, are super disconcerting, right? Texting gamblers during and immediately after games. It appears that Clase was really the ringleader with all this and roped Ortiz into it. We had an opportunity to go one-on-one with Zach Meisel of The Athletic. He covers the Guardians earlier here in studio, and he gave me his takeaways from all of this.
There's no evidence in the indictment of Clase doing anything wrong in 2024, which is the season where it was one of the best relief seasons we've seen in years. Finished third in the Cy Young voting. And then in 2025, a bunch of instances included in the indictment, and it was a rocky season for him until he was ultimately sidelined by this investigation. So it leaves you with a lot of questions. You want to know the motivation behind it, why these guys decided to get involved in this. And a lot of these questions we may never know the answers to.
That's the thing. We just have so many questions right now. How many other people knew about this? Were these guys just on their own completely with this? You think about the amount of money that they were paid, $5,000, $7,000. When you think about that compared to the $20 million contract that Clase had, it just doesn't add up, all of this. There are so many questions. There are so many layers to this. And you hope as a baseball fan that it's not the tip of the iceberg, Russ Mitchell, but God, you get nervous that it could be.
It is. It's so bizarre. Like you said, that's lunch money for these folks.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it is. When you compare it to the contracts that they had and could have eventually had, $5,000 and $7,000, not a lot to these guys.
Yeah. All right, Nick, we'll see you later in sports.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well, tonight, the longest government shutdown in history could be on the edge of ending here. As we're in day 41, senators passed a bipartisan plan to fund the government through January 30th. 8 Democrats voted with Republicans to move that bill forward, but it still has several steps to go, including a vote in the full Senate, then the House, before hitting President Trump's desk. Both chambers are expected to vote this week. And we have some breaking news regarding SNAP benefits tonight. 3 News just confirmed with the state that some Ohioans will soon receive a portion of their November benefits. Our Annabelle Childers is live here in the studio to break this down for us. So, Annabelle, how much could recipients get?
Well, guys, at the most, 65% of their normal benefits. I think you can hear me now. Now, at the most, 65% of their normal benefits will be what they receive. But we have to be careful with that number because there are a lot of conditions around how these benefits are going to be calculated. And some people could get a lot less than that. Now, the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services says they're able to disperse payments because of new guidance from the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food and Nutrition Service. They're guiding Ohio to reduce the maximum amount each household can get in November by 35% and then recalculate each household's payment based on that new maximum amount. The calculations will be based on factors like gross and net income and allowable deductions such as housing and medical costs. In a statement, they wrote, under the revised federal calculations, nearly all recipients will receive less than 65% of their normal benefit. Some recipients, particularly those whose earnings place the household near the cutoff for eligibility, may receive no benefits this week under the revised calculation. And the state says after the government shutdown ends, they'll have to get more guidance from the U.S. Department of Agriculture on how to handle the difference in the amount that recipients get using those new calculations from what they would ordinarily be issued if the government weren't shut down.
All right. Appreciate the update. Thank you so much, Annabelle.
Still ahead tonight, the story on a beloved police officer killed on his morning commute. How the community is coming together to remember him.
And Betsy is back with another look at the forecast, and she's got a familiar face with her in 4 minutes. Stay close.
Are you tired of shopping bags tipping over in your car? You need the Auto Anchor. Perfect for commuters, parents, or anyone on the go. The Auto Anchor installs in seconds on the post of the headrest and even works as a phone holder for hands-free viewing in the back seat. Scan the code on your screen to order right now. And with this special TV offer, if you buy one, you will get 3 for free. That's right, a full set for your car. The Auto Anchor is strong and durable and fits most vehicles. Scan the code on your screen and get your Auto Anchor today.
A large fire and a possible explosion.
You can see flames coming out of the top.
Stay away from floodwater.
Hundreds of thousands are still without power.
You can see there is a large police presence on Superior.
This tree uprooted. Metro Parks Police, they are still here. They are still working.
Stream extended coverage on WKYC+.
Are you prepared? Scan the code on your screen now and never be in the dark again with the Rescue Volt 7-in-1 power station.
It can charge my phone, right?
The Rescue Volt is a USB power bank, plus a flashlight, AM/FM, and weather-band emergency radio.
That's great and all, but I just wanted to make sure it will charge my phone.
It powers up 3 ways with built-in USB, solar panel, even a hand crank.
So you mean our phones will always be charged so we can still doom scroll in a power outage?
The Rescue Volt 7-in-1 power station is travel-sized and ready for any emergency. And yes, it charges your phone too.
Okay, great, because I got to post to my socials.
This is a limited time TV offer and makes a great gift. Scan the code on your screen and get your Rescue Volt 7-in-1 power station today.
The WKYC Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. WKYC Plus, complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
Titanium, stronger than steel, lighter than aluminum, trusted in aerospace, and now redefining the way we prepare food at home. Resists corrosion, never absorbs odors, and remains flawlessly food safe without ever breaking down into harmful microplastics. Titanium Edge, now available through this exclusive television offer.
A heartbreaking loss in Canton. A longtime police officer was killed in a crash this morning on his way to work.
Officer Dave Wolgamott dedicated nearly 20 years to the force. Danielle Wiggins has more on the accident and the outpouring of support now for a man who left a lasting impact on his department and his community.
A tragic day in Canton as police officer Dave Wolgamott loses his life while driving to work. According to Canton PD, Wolgamott was traveling on this stretch of Cherry Avenue Southeast just before 7 this morning when the crash occurred.
This is one continuous disaster from Cherry to Raft.
Police would not release additional details about what happened, but radio traffic from around the time of the crash indicates there were numerous accidents in the area and roads were icy.
So if something just happened here, right behind you, there's cars all over the place now.
Police say Wolgamott was taken to a nearby hospital where he died from his injuries. He joined the Canton Police Department in 2006, serving in the patrol division and working in the city jail. According to records from the Ohio Attorney General's office, before joining Canton Police, Wolgamott served part-time with the Lakemore, Strasburg, and Bolivar police departments. He graduated from the University of Akron Police Academy in 2002. In an online statement, Canton Police say that Wolgamott's commitment to serving and protecting the residents of Canton earned him the respect of his fellow officers and the community he proudly served. Canton's mayor praised his nearly 2 decades of service, saying his absence will be deeply felt by his fellow officers, his family, and the community he protected. The cause of the crash remains under investigation. In Canton, Danielle Wiggins, 3 News.
Danny, thank you. Now, Cleveland police are stepping up efforts to fight car break-ins and other nuisance crimes with a new initiative. It's called STANCE, Street and Nuisance Crime Enforcement.
In just his first week, officers made 23 arrests, including a 15-year-old found in a stolen vehicle with active warrants for murder and felonious assault. Police say since that launch, vehicle break-ins have dropped 65% in the 2nd District and 81% in the 3rd District.
Well, Betsy's here with our weather impact alert for tonight. And a little birdie, before it started snowing, told us there's somebody new in the family.
I read that somebody new was starting today. And
say hello to my little friends.
I washed your car, Miss Kling.
I gotta tell you,
ours is downstairs, just so you know.
What a first day, right? Like, just jump in and do all the things. And the good news is I don't really have to teach you anything.
We haven't had time to breathe, you and I.
Very helpful.
You put on your tennies.
I did.
So.
It's interesting. You may not know this, but this is something that I do every time I bring somebody new on the team.
Mm-hmm.
First day,
give them
they're
$20.
on the air with me. Well, that besides that,
okay.
But first day on the air with me, and we split weather, and you're going to be helping out with traffic. So we're thrilled to have you here.
Good to be here.
Don't screw it up. No,
okay.
Just,
all right.
You won't.
All
Right. It'll be fine. But obviously, we do have a lot to talk about because we do have the snow that's coming down.
Yeah.
Traffic's getting a little funky in some
Where
spots.
squalls persist. You've heard that term many times. From me, not from Betsy. Come on over here. Come on, Betsy. Are you coming across?
Nope. You get that all by yourself.
Look at this. It's where squalls persist. It's where the heavy snow is as to where the traffic impacts are going to be. Take a look at this heavy band of snow, Hinckley, Richfield, Brunswick, all the way up into Eaton Estates. You are getting a ½ an inch to 1 inch per hour snowfall. It's beginning to accumulate. The sun has gone down and the temps are cooling. My biggest issue here is the snow that fell during the daylight hours, Russ, the snow that fell melted. Now you got those temps tonight. The sun's gone down. The temps are falling into the 20s. And take a look at some of these shots. You got heavy snowfall. You got shimmering sheen on the roadways. Just assume that's ice. Just assume it's icy there. Take a look down here, Strongsville, Columbia Station, all the way in North Royalton. This is the I-71 corridor. There is slow go with bursts of heavy snow. We're going to slide up east, Pepper Pike. You still have some slower going on I-271 right around Beechwood, Moreland Hills into Hunting Valley as well, getting some of those bursts of snow. And once again, you really see the sheen. You see it? See it, Russ, Christy? See that? That's going to freeze up. Now, untreated roads especially, those bridges and overpasses that don't have a lot of salt on them, please be careful. Betsy Kling, tell us more about the snow.
Well, we have this weather impact alert that's going to go through the night and through the start of your day tomorrow. We do think tomorrow afternoon will be much better as the snow winds down, but changeable conditions. I can't stress enough, what it's like outside your window is not what it is like 15 miles away. So if you're going to be traveling anywhere, even if it is outside of your allotment, you could run into some very changeable conditions. We have multiple bands coming in right now. One to the east, that seems to be the lighter of the bands right now, and we have a heavier band that's just now shooting into the heart of the primary snow belt, and then there's this western band that is really laying it down. They are getting it thick in northern sections of Lorain County from Elyria down to Grafton, as Mark mentioned, and then down into Brunswick. That's the picture that he just showed you. That was I-71 at Route 303 Center Road in Brunswick, and that is where we have that heavy snow that is coming down right now. Not too long ago, that same batch of snow went through this area. This is I-71 at Strongsville, right by South Park Mall. Look at the snow that is on the pavement. And I can't stress this enough. I get frustrated, and I feel bad I get frustrated, but I get a lot of feedback from people that are like, the ground is too warm. Don't worry about it. Well, this is why we worry about it, because the snow comes down and it overwhelms the warm ground. And now you have this situation like what we have right now, where we have some nasty slick spots out there. Not only that, your bridges and overpasses always freeze first. They have that cold air all the way around them. And we had a huge issue earlier this evening at 5 o'clock on the Valley View Bridge. 3 of the lanes were shut down. That is open, but they're still reporting icy conditions on the Valley View Bridge. And we're going to continue to see these snow showers coming down. East side out to Euclid, up into the Menor area, Wickliffe, Willoughby Hills, Willowick, right down into Auburn, Parkman, and then straight off into central sections of Trumbull County. That's this next band that is coming in. This looks a little bit less intense intense right now. This is 271 at Cedar Road, and you can see what Mark was talking about with the sheen on the road. But if you look over here onto these exit lanes, you can see there's slush between the lanes. That will catch your wheel and take you off the road real quick. And we have heavier snow that is coming down more scattered across Ashtabula County. This is the area where we're probably going to see the most snow tonight, I think. You can see we do have a little bit of ground cover right now. Roads are moving along pretty well, but updated temperatures, 20s. It's 26 right now, Akron Canton Airport, but it feels like it's 13 degrees, and it is going to be cold tonight. We're going to stay in the 20s. Your wind chills will stay in the teens, and you can see the cold air is not done yet. Look at this snow batch that's coming off of Lake Huron. This is the Exeter radar of the Canadian network, and you can kind of see that real thick snow is coming down. That is feeding all of this snow that's coming into Northeast Ohio, and you can kind of put it all in motion and see that flow going. So I want to kind of get to this National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast, because you can see how these snow bands are going to continue to infiltrate the area, especially east of I-71 through the evening. We'll see it back off just a little bit for the start of the day tomorrow, but look what happens just about commute time. We could have another batch firing up. Matt's going to keep you updated with that starting at 5 a.m. But there's your snowfall forecast, friends. Where bands persist. Mark says it, I say it too. We're probably going to be totally dependent on that Lake Huron band for the heaviest snow amount, and right now that looks to stay into Pennsylvania. Here's your Union Home Mortgage forecast, and boy, things do get better from there. Improving conditions Tuesday, great weather setting up for the rest of the week, and believe it or not, 60s by Sunday. Unbelievable. OH, everybody. Nick is back with sports next.
Fresh pineapple is delicious, but cutting exact rings is impossible. Now, you can make rings with ease. Introducing the Pineapple Ringmaster. Simply slice the top off a fresh pineapple, then align the Pineapple Ringmaster around the core and twist. With each turn, the rings are cut in a spiral right down to the base. Give it a pull, and you're a Ringmaster! Plus, you've got a perfect pineapple cup for serving your favorite tropical drink. Scan the code on your screen now and get your Pineapple Ringmaster today.
The WKYC Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time.
Just in Northeast Ohio.
Track how the weather will impact your day.
You're going to want the rain gear with you.
Extended continuous coverage of breaking news, live from the scene.
Fire department is asking all drivers.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting.
So you are getting the sneak peek.
All the news you need, live or on demand. WKYC Plus. Complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
If you've ever tried to clean a garlic press, you are going to love this. Introducing the Great Garlic. No chunks, no squeeze, no stuck pieces. It's faster, cleaner. If you cook even a little bit, you're going to need one of these. Scan the code on your screen now.
Introducing the Great Garlic, your ultimate kitchen companion. Just place a peeled clove of garlic under the grate, rock it back and forth, and say goodbye to tedious chopping and messy mincing. Scan now and find out for yourself just how great the Great Garlic is.
The WKYC Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news, live from the scene. WKYC Plus. Complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
Wish you could yell at mosquitoes to stay off your skin? Now you can with Skeeto Band. This tech marvel harnesses sound waves to create an invisible shield. No nasty chemicals or odor. It works up to 130 hours on a single fast charge. Get a cool-looking Skeeto Band for every member of your family. It's the healthy way to yell, "Stay away, mosquitoes."
Now, the Sports Report, sponsored by Wayside Furniture. Wayside in Akron, keeping it local since 1937.
Welcoming you back. Whew, busy day in the world of sports. We'll start calling these miserable Mondays. Remember Victory Mondays? We used to have those with the Browns. And today is just bad because we're reliving that Browns loss in New Jersey to the Jets, the lowly Jets. Yeah, they lose to a team that was 1-7, that had not won at home, and that waved the white flag this week at the trade deadline. The Browns struggling again. Stop me if you've heard this before. On special teams all season long. That's what we've talked about. They gave up a 99-yard kick return for a touchdown, and then less than a minute later in game time, they gave up a 74-yard punt return for a touchdown. And when you lose 27-20, that's the difference here. Kevin Stefanski, he met with the media today on a Zoom call, and he gave special teams coach Bubba Ventrone a vote of confidence.
I have a ton of faith in Bubba. I have a ton of faith in our special teams. We have to be better. That's the case. There are ways that we can try to be better. But it's definitely we'll continue to coach our guys hard. We'll continue to give them the techniques to use. But I trust our guys. I trust that we'll get back to work.
You know, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski made some history yesterday. Take a look at this graphic here. He now tops the list for most career losses for a Browns head coach. Look at that. He's at 51 career losses as the Browns head coach. He passes Coach Sam Bertigliano, who was at 50. And to make things even worse on the Browns side of things, we've got an update on Deshaun Watson, or maybe we don't. Well, today there was being asked, is it a possibility that the Browns could open up his return to practice? There's a practice window that you would open up there. Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski was asked about that. He said on the Zoom call today, I'm not sure if that's what we're doing. So we will see on that. Maybe we'll have an update on Wednesday. Speaking of practice windows, Joe Burrow, his practice window is open because, yeah, he practiced today down in Cincinnati with the Bengals. Now, he likely won't play Sunday. He says that he's aiming for Thanksgiving. They play the Ravens that night on Thanksgiving. But he has not played since week 2. Remember, he had surgery for turf toe. Meanwhile, our second NFL head coach has been fired this season. The New York Giants parting ways with head coach Brian Daboll. It's been another tough season for the G-men. He went 21-41-1 as his time as the Giants head coach. All right, Cavaliers, let's talk about a winner finally. They get back to the hardwood tonight. They'll take on the Miami Heat down on South Beach, and this is an interesting schedule here. They play tonight on South Beach, and then they play on Wednesday on South Beach against the Miami Heat. Make sure there's a curfew down there, guys. Don't stay up too late, okay? The Cavaliers, they are 7-3 on the season, looking for their 5th straight win. The Heat pretty good. They're at 6-4. So we'll see. A lot in there.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you.
Nice job getting
You got
all
it.
that in.
Yeah, a lot in there.
Yeah, I know. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. We appreciate you.
Tom Yamas is up next. Our streaming app continues at 6:30 with the news there. I'm back with Betsy, Nick, and Mark Johnson at 7. We'll see you soon.